Center number 53, Jason Abadula. Number 70, Colin Fujimoto Young, right guard, and the right tackle 65, Taz Kuwa.
All right, good evening. It looks like it's starting to rain here. My name is Mr. Masuyama. We are live from Wong Stadium. This is Charles Hassan Ritter.
Hello, everyone. Good night. It's a good night here in Hilo, except the rain started to come down, so looks like it's becoming a little slippery.
Yes, sir. Both of us will be your commentary for this Friday evening, Friday Night Lights. We have a matchup between, of course, our Hilo High Vikings and the Konawaena Wildcats. Right now we have a 76 degrees out here, a little bit of some rain with 2 minutes before the beginning of this beautiful evening. We got Konawaena in white, and we are rocking the gold tonight. Do you like these all gold uniforms there, Charles?
You know, Kahu actually asked me the same question a couple weeks ago, and when I had heard that they're coming in with some sort of yellowish color, I wasn't sure what tone of yellow, so I was a little worried. But after I saw them wearing them that first night out here at a home game at Wong Stadium, I was very pleased. It's a unique color. It's bright, like the color schemes of today. I think the kids enjoy, and I think it's a nice little take on our here blue and gold.
Well, you know, I was corrected since I've only been back to Hilo High School in the last 6 years. It's athletic gold. This yellow is called athletic gold, like the Lakers gold. Yeah, so it is a cool color. We are getting prepared for the Star Spangled Banner. JRTC is coming. I will stand up.
The color guard. Everybody take your hats off at home and put your arm.
How to do that? Ben. I don't Yes.
They told me to come up here and replace you. They told me to come up here and you should go down. Replace you. Hello. I'm Jaden. here. What's my shot? Oh no, they just told me to come up here and replace it.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Wong Stadium. We're just preparing for a fun night of football here at Francis Wong Stadium. Typically used as a baseball field, you know, but we make it work. Conditions look a little slippery, especially after a 2.5-hour JV game, but I can tell you right now, we're going to make the most of it, and it'll probably end up being a ball control type of night. Hopefully we'll be able to spread it out and get some passing going from both sides, but we'll see how it goes here in a few.
You said that right, Charles. It's coming down. It actually started to rain during the JV game and then stopped, and looks like it has started up again. I wanted to just recognize Colonel Hafner's RJRTC cadets and also Sergeant Taniguchi cadets, Cadet First Lieutenant Raven Domingo, color guard members Cadet Sergeant Melenau, Cadet Lute Nau, Cadet Grant Ricks, Cadet Kaivi Mills on the color guard detail tonight. Also Miss Yakoi band, and we also have the cheerleaders here. It is jam-packed here, Charles, just like the old days.
Right.
We got green and white on one side, and we have blue and gold on the other.
Well, and I can tell you right now, these Kona fans, they come out in force. They don't mess around. Whenever we go out there to their stadium, they're absolutely packed, and it looks no different here tonight at Wong Stadium. I can tell you they're excited, and they're looking to get us back.
That is
After
true.
that 43-0 victory we had a few weeks ago against them in the first round.
43-0.
Looks like we're about to kick the ball off here in a little bit.
I was just walking underneath the downstairs there, and the Konawaena Wildcats, those boys were fired up. I'm telling you, man.
Kickoff field.
Oh, they're going to come and do a
10-yard
reverse. So, no, doesn't give it to him.
Wow.
Comes over to the outside. Nice tackle.
Looks like number 25 from Hilo High School varsity, Stan Mari, comes up with the tackle.
Nice tackle. So here we are again. These nice. I don't know how they get these uniforms so white, Charles. They must use some type of like special detergent.
We definitely have to use some special detergent and wash them 2 or 3 times even in some cases.
Because these things look good.
Yeah.
Konawaena always looks impressive and intimidating in this all white uniform here.
Right.
1st and 10.
And Hilo High looks to be a little scattered across the board. Now they're getting in position with 3 down linemen. Konawaena motioning number 13 or 15 across the play.
Gave it to him.
Looks like a sweeper on the corner. Wide receiver sweep. Big hit. Looks like White came up and made the pop.
Kaden White coming up hard.
2 yards. Oh, that's Kilohana Hashinritter.
You know that guy. We're going to say his name a lot. I know that guy is doing so well out there, offensively and defensively. Comes up, makes the tackle.
You know, these kids, they play hard and they hit hard, and they're going 100 miles an hour at all times. And the coaches tell them, you know, don't leave nothing off on the field. Leave it all out on the field.
Yep. They actually lost a couple yards there. 2nd down and long here.
Looks like Kona got 2 wide receivers split out to the left and 2 to the right with a single back formation.
Looking to pass.
2nd and 11.
Got a whistle of some sort. Delay of game?
And looks
Delay
like
of game.
Yeah, looks like a delay of game penalty here.
5-yard penalty.
Moving them back. So right now we got Konawaena with a 2nd and 16. It's not looking good for them at the moment, but I can tell you this offense has been humming quite well this year as well. Boo Jones is the 2nd.
First man. Can you tell me a little bit about that defense? That was probably 2 seconds.
That was 2
Less
seconds.
than that? And look how far they're in the backfield already.
Right. Right, Kyle brings a lot of deception. He never does the same thing twice. He's dropping guys into pass coverage. He's blitzing guys. He's, he's mixing it up so often. These guys have to be on their toes in order to make plays.
They are swarming
And
for
Konawaena
defense.
had a tough time moving the ball last time, and looks like that way so far too.
Yes, sir. They're going
Single back
backwards.
formation with 2 wide on each side.
Shotgun. He's in the end zone. He better throw that ball. It's caught and buried.
And it looks like it
Buried.
was a quick screen pass, but waiting there was, who was that? Was that Kalen White or
That's that guy over there, 25 again. I think you mentioned
25?
his name
Stan
again.
Mari made that tackle. It looked like it's a little difficult. I don't know if you folks ever been to Wong Stadium, but we must be about 80 to 100 yards away from the actual play itself. We have a little monitor in front of us, but we don't always have the best angle, so we're going to give you guys a play-to-play as best as we can.
Yes, sir. Trying to.
Kona
Punting out the
punting
end
had
zone.
a couple Vikings came through, and it looks like Elijah Apau and Ogata back to field the punt.
Yep, they don't get a
And
chance to
they
get
let
it.
it just bounce, and it looks like the Viking offense is going to start on the 50,
I think
57, 56.
it's still on their side, I believe. They're still
Yeah.
on their side of the football field. So good field
excuse me,
position.
40,
Yeah.
47.
47 maybe? Yeah. Like you said, the angles are terrible. We're definitely making excuses for our lack of a professional calling here because we are a bunch of
And our
rookies.
bad eyesight too, right?
Yeah, it's messed up over here, man. This is all the talent they can get. Us guys,
Kyan
man.
Miyasato got 3 wide receivers to the left with a single back. Lyle Silva up the middle.
Nice run.
Blows through a few tackles and gains about 4 yards. And this Lyle Silva, he's steady as steady can be. He
Telling
runs
you.
hard. He runs through the tackles. He can run through the outside, and just a sophomore.
Brother, you said it all. He's a wrestler. He goes offense, defense. This guy does it all. He does it all, man. He's a tremendous athlete. Had him in my class too. Got an A for my class.
And he's incredibly
Great
humble
kid.
and a great kid.
Great kid, great kid.
And Konawaena has one of the top-rated defenses as well in the state. They have Alex Muti, BYU commit. And number 7 around the corner, Kilohana Hasarita tries to pass Muti on the sideline, hurdles the guy for 3 or 4 yards, and that's an amazing, nice run right there to get a few yards. Avoided a tackle straight at his knee.
Where does that young man get his speed from?
His mom.
Okay.
His
All right.
mom was a top track runner, a great volleyball player in high school, and Grandpa. I can't talk more about Grandpa. He trains at Grandpa since the day he was born. Super fortunate.
Well, he's a large athlete, but he can run fast as well. You don't really see that often, you know? Big kids who can run fast.
And Kyan
Changing the play,
Miyasato looks like he's looking for the change of a play.
He's changing
and this kid has been absolutely lights out. Kyan Miyasato about to take the hike. Hands it off to Lyle Silva again up the middle. Lyle free and carries a few defenders 5 more yards. Looks like he gained about 15 or 20 on that play, man.
He's getting shot out of a cannon. He's not hesitating. He's making basically one move, and he's shooting
And I
north
know
and south.
Coach Bubba, like me and you know, tell him get north and south, get uphill, then make your cuts. Get uphill, make the second or third guy miss, and he's doing it so far.
He moved the chains, first down.
And we got 3 out to the right. Oh, a little quick screen to Kilohana Hasarita to the right. We got a few blockers in front. He makes his way, stretches out and little short for the end zone. Looks to come up right at the 1 yard line.
I would have gave it to him. He was reaching over that line. I think his knee touched the ground. But he's getting to the outside quickly, which is allowing him to get more space. And then he's taking the ball down the field.
Is there a penalty here?
They're
Looks to
moving
be
it
a
back.
penalty.
They're moving it back. Maybe a hold. You never like to see that when the referee takes the ball and starts walking towards the other direction that you want to go. Holding call.
It was a holding call. So it looks like now we're, instead of 1st and goal at the 1 yard line, we're backed up 1st and 20.
1st and 20. The bad thing, we're backed up. The good thing is still first down. So we'll replay it. We'll see what happens.
We got 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 slide to the left. We got a pitch out to the left side. Lyle Silva trying to make his way, cuts upfield, down the sideline. Another 20-yard gain by Lyle Silva. This kid is impressive. Down to the 5 yard line. He just keeps getting yards, and that's what you need to move the ball.
You know, he's also, if you see him, his physical body has transformed. He's only a sophomore. But when he came in as a freshman, he was, of course, chiseled, had a lot of muscle.
Right.
he probably gained at least 20 more pounds of just
Wow.
muscle.
Wow.
Like, he's just a rock. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the ball again.
Right.
He's
Oh,
gonna
looks
come
to
up
be
and
a
pass.
fade out to the left on Fiki Aguiar, but it was overthrown by Kyan. Now, he doesn't have too many incompletions. Kyan Miyasato, I believe, actually leads the state in completion percentage. He leads
Really?
the state in passer rating. He has 33 touchdowns on the season.
Wow.
Probably only playing half the game
That's
every
right.
game.
That's right. Because
They've spread the ball out very well. Chris Todd has got this team humming on all cylinders.
Well,
And
they
it
look at the
involved
score.
everybody in the process.
They're inside the 10.
They got Ogata motioning to the right, and
Now
they
they're
try to
coming.
run Lyle Silva, and they stuff him up the middle for a loss of about 2.
That is one way to stop a running back. Grab him by his legs and lift him up. Keep him off the ground.
Especially someone who has such a low center of gravity
does.
like Lyle Silva and a quick twitch. And, it took 2 or 3 Konawaena Wildcats to bring him down, but they were successful in that one. And it looks like we're 3rd and about 4. 3rd and goal.
Yep.
And we got 3 out to the right here. Ogata's off the line.
He's
Running a
going
little
opposite
out
side.
route with Fiki Aguiar at the pylon,
He got his feet
and
in.
they call him out. If that looked like a touchdown to me,
That is
it
a
is a touchdown.
He got his
Fiki
feet in.
Aguiar with the first score of the night.
But you talk about the deception. You talk about thinking where the ball's going to go and then flipping it. I thought they were going to the Trips right side, but no, they look some off.
Right.
Looks the safeties off and throws to the opposite side to his sure-handed receiver, Fiki.
Yeah, Fiki is an excellent receiver. Definitely has the capability to play at the next level. It's up to
I
him.
hope he does. I hope
Yeah.
he does.
He has the
Fiki-
size, he has the speed, he has the hands. And this kicker has been excellent too. I think he only missed maybe 1 or 2 extra points, and was good in all his field goals so far this year. And he has quite a bit of a leg too.
Well, he specifically sought me out today, and he said, when you're commentating tonight, just call me Anu. I was like, yes, sir. Number 82. I was butchering his name all night the other night, and I was like, I'm sorry, because you're up there kicking extra points, and it looks like it's a replay, because it's automatic every single time. He's like, Mr. Masayama, call me Anu.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 6 minutes and 41 seconds into the first quarter, 7-0. What are your thoughts on that first drive?
That was quite impressive for Healer to come out, stuff Konawaena deep in their own territory,
then
get the
come
ball,
back.
drive it down the field like no tomorrow.
Yep.
Had some quick opportunities to score, get put back first and
Yep.
20 and still come back and score. I mean, you can't do much more than, hope and pray that these guys, you can figure out a way to slow them down.
And they got the combination of the run pass. It's not just running. It's not just passing. They're mixing it up, keeping these guys off balance.
And it's amazing that they're still able to showcase their speed considering this field has been wet for the last 2 hours now and had a game prior to this.
Right.
So the conditions aren't that great.
And Anu also does kickoffs. It's a sky-high kick. Fielded. Coming up. A lot of gold jerseys making that swarming tackle, man. If one guy misses, there's another guy to just clean it up.
And number 11 from Konawaena runs that kick out. Skylar Suzuki, 5'6", 210 senior from Konawaena.
I think you mentioned another Suzuki
It
on the
must be
JV
brothers,
team.
yeah?
Or cousins of some sort. I remember
And,
there was
it was Sasaki. That was
All
what
right.
it was, Sasaki.
Well, here we go. Konawaena with the ball. Trips left. They got a single back there. I'm thinking they're probably, fake the little first man give, keeps it.
Jones tries to get around the corner, gets stuffed right at the line of scrimmage.
You gotta
pushed
like
out of
that.
bounds.
You gotta like that, man. He's hopping around, he's jumping around. They like that contact. He's not afraid.
And this Boo Jones actually came from Kealakekee.
There you go.
He was the backup quarterback and wide receiver for Kealakekee last year.
Wow.
And when Shane and Nahale transferred to Kealakekee, Boo Jones decided to come to Kona.
Wow.
And now he's nipping at Kyan Miyasato's
There you go.
heels for, supremacy over
There
here.
you go. He has a lot of poise. He's got a nice pass too.
He does. He does. This kid, Boo Jones, has been very impressive. I was just looking at his stats. I believe he has like 25 or 26 touchdowns on the year.
Wow.
And has a very good passer rating. He's one of the top-rated passers right now here in the state as well.
He's only a junior.
He's actually a senior.
That's not. So this is incorrect.
It's
here.
incorrect. He's a senior. Unless I've been incorrect all these years, but I don't think so.
Maybe you have wishful thinking that you want him to be a senior and he's just a junior. I'm not sure. No, but some of these kids are so successful at an early, young age that you think they got to be seniors, right? Because they're just tearing it up at freshman, junior, sophomore year, you know?
And Boo Jones coming around the left, they try to contain him, but they couldn't get him. And they get him out of bounds after about a 3-yard gain. So Boo Jones actually has 27 touchdown passes on the year, 12 interceptions in 10 games.
Wow.
This is his 11th game, including one non-conference game, which was against a Mission Viejo, California team.
That is a great team.
Top 25 ranked team.
That is a great team.
And they did not do too bad. They actually lost to Mission Viejo 38-14 in August 23rd.
Hey, but that team is well known. That's a well-known ball club. Good for them. Okay, set up the punt.
And White almost comes in and just misses the block.
Takes a Konawaena Wildcat bounce. Bounce
and again,
like 15 yards.
It bounces in front of the two return men, Elijah Apau and Geisen Ogata, and they just let it roll a few more yards and take it. You know, they'll just set it up with their offense.
At this point in time, would you tell those returners to either stagger or come up closer, or you like the fact that they're playing conservative right now? It's early in the ball game.
I think it's one of those risky rewards, because if you tell them come up and catch the ball and save the yardage, you also run the chance of maybe fumbling, and especially on a slippery night tonight.
That's true.
So I think considering the weather, maybe just staying off is better.
That's true. But these guys are electric. Both of those guys can take it to the house.
Oh, every single time.
Quick throw.
Looks like Kilohana Hosser takes it up the sideline. He gets tackled after about 6 or 7 yard gain on a little quick wide receiver screen.
He almost got the first down. Maybe, look, they're moving the chains.
Oh, he did get the first down.
He did get the first down.
Must have been an 11 or 12 yard gain.
You gotta like that with the offense, to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands in roughly a second or two to make that quick decision. Defensively, it's just it's hard to. Nice pass
off Ogata's fingertips, almost pulls it in one-handed.
Yeah.
Geisen, Speedy Ogata coming up with a big play, just about to take it to the house, and it just gets a little away from him. Kyan Miyasato with his pinpoint accuracy had it right there, but let's see if they can hook up this next one.
Almost.
On 2nd and 10.
That's almost how you draw it up.
You know, they have such a dynamic weaponry here that Kyan has been able to throw to. He actually has 33 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions on the year.
That's pretty perfect, man. Look at the weapons on the left side and the right.
Right.
That's the hard thing. Is like, who do I throw it to? They all can make a play.
And delayed handoff to Lyle Silva up the middle. Looks
These Wildcats are sniffing out the run.
They're sniffing out the run.
They're coming up. They're like, you know what? You're not going to run the ball on us. You're going to have to throw the ball to beat us tonight.
Right. And the last game, a few weeks ago, Lyle Silva, they looked to punch it up the middle, and Lyle Silva is running a 5 to 6 yards average against them. So it looks like they went and game planned against that to stack the line against Lyle, because he had much success last game.
They're coming again.
Fiki with the back shoulder fade, and Fiki comes up with the catch.
That is a big-time grab.
A big-time grab. That's the grab that guys make at the next level. That's a throw that guys make at the next level. These guys have been synchronized. They went to the 7-on-7 pylon tournament and came in the top 20 against some of the best talent in the nation.
That's awesome. All that timing, all that comes about to help them out in these situations. 3rd and long, he makes the play.
You got trips right with Kyan Miyasato pitching out to the right. Lyle Silva, stutter step, stiff arm, hit off the guy, and then he finally gets tripped up. It looks like he was about to break away. Number 22 from Konawaena grabs him by the ankle and secures the tackle.
Hey, these Wildcats are coming up though, man. They are coming up, and they are putting some type of hat some type of hand, some type of shoulder pad on number 30.
Hezekiah Anahu Ambrosio. Remember that name? That kid that just made the tackle was the freshman running back I was telling you about.
You told me about
He
that.
plays both ways on
That's
Konawaena and
unbelievable.
very impressive.
Unbelievable. Though that's interesting to see too, right? These players going both ways as the game progresses.
Deep pass over the middle.
Again, off the tips, off the fingertips of the receiver, almost.
That was a hard play to see, but
Almost.
it looks like it was a little overthrown or just off the fingertips of Kilohana Hasenritter trying to make that incredible
Almost.
catch and bring it in.
Almost connect the dots, same as the other play. Nice pass, good protection, receiver open, almost making that grab to finish. But like you said, we just reload again. Here we go, third and long.
That's the crazy thing with this team.
Here we go.
They could be first and 90 yards to go, and they
could
can
still
take
get a
it.
chance to do it. Yep.
So it looks like we're on 3rd and 15.
At least. It's a long ways, man.
And
Hopefully with the
Kyan drops
protection.
back, makes a few D linemen miss.
Nice pass. He got it off. Nice moves.
Who is that?
Number 3, Apple.
That's Elijah Powell.
Yep.
Normally a corner, linebacker, and safety and team captain for the defense. But when this kid touches the ball on offense, he's lights out.
He
can
playing
take
receiver
it.
too.
He's
playing slot.
I
too.
think that's his 3rd
That's
catch
not
of the
fair.
year. His
That's
other
not
2
fair.
went for 70-yard touchdowns.
That's not fair. He has to go on the bench sometimes. He's gonna be on the field all night. That's just not fair. And he bailed him out again with the first down. Here's your boy Silva up the middle again.
Silva up the middle.
He's a battering ram, man.
And Silva really punished Konawaena, and a few weeks ago, he set the tempo, set the tone. Kona got tired of banging heads with him in our line.
I tell you, man.
You know, and it looks like the Vikings are looking to dominate that line of scrimmage and dominate that front and crush Konawaena's will. But I can tell you, Konawaena does not give up.
Shotgun with
They got
the
a
toss.
pitch to the left
Watch
side.
out.
What a
That is
fumble.
live ball right there.
And they gave Konawaena an easy.
It's still going.
Who,
That ball is slippery,
who came
I'm
up
telling
with
you.
the ball? It looks like a Konawaena player came up with the ball.
That is a
And-
huge turnover there, Charles. Huge.
You know, maybe
Konawaena needed that.
maybe they want to go away from some of those pitches and types of plays where if it's a little off, because it looked like the pitch was a little further out than Lyle Silva could fully grasp. And considering it's a little wet out there, you know, you may want to play a little more conservative on some of those handoffs. But who am I to question Chris Todd, considering he's coaching and play calling the top offense in the state right now?
That's pretty impressive, man, to come up with those numbers.
And Coach Kael Drumundo coaching the top defensive in the state right now. They got the top on both sides.
Konawaena with the ball. We have a trips left now. Coming back to pass, quick pass. They got no chance.
Wow, he came up, and that
Number
kid
2.
was lucky to get down because that tackle would have hurt.
Lane Di Peralta.
Lane Di Peralta. Lane is a hitter. This kid flies. He is a absolute stud. He actually was a running back and linebacker in Pop Warner, and he's very impressive. This kid plays wherever the coaches ask, and no ifs, ands, or buts, puts in the work and makes it happen.
You like those kind of kids on your
And
staff.
he's playing with a broken finger.
Oh, wow.
He got a cast on his hand.
Oh, wow. Tough as nails, man. Second and long. Nice snap.
And
They
Boo
got the
Jones
pressure.
gets taken down.
That is a
Looks
huge
like about
loss.
5 or 6 yards
At
behind the
least.
line of scrimmage.
Yep.
He looked to step up in a pocket and slipped and was corralled by 2 Vikings around his ankles. And Boo Jones is no joke. This kid can move. Like I said, he got 27 touchdown passes on the year, which is, I believe, in the top 5 or 7 QBs in the state. So between Hilo and Konawaena, they actually have statistically 2 of the best teams
That's awesome.
in the state.
Well, I don't know how much yards this is, but it's a ton. He's gonna have to hoist it up there.
Nice rainbow pass over the head of number 15 from
Yep.
Kona.
That was a nice attempt.
It was Mark Bassa, 5'11", 170 senior, was the intended pass catcher, but it was way over his head, and he had no chance to catch down. And Mark Bassa has been playing tremendously this year too. He's had great stats. I believe he is the second leading receiver from Konawaena with 716 yards and 10 touchdowns, 14.6 yard average, 49 receptions on the year. So he is one of Kainoa Boo Jones' top targets.
Well, the Vikings, as you can see, they staggered their returners now to maybe play into catching this ball, keeping it off the ground. It goes on the ground again. They call poison. He's going to scoop it up. And he's going to run with it.
That looks like Geisen Ogata came up and scooped it off the ground, and he's dashed for about 20 yards there.
These returners, they want to return these balls. They don't want these balls to go on the ground. They want to make a play, both of them.
Yeah.
And you can see that. They're anxious. They want to jump and pounce on it, and that's what he just did. And look at the field position that gave Hilo high right now.
Right. That was key right there. And it's in a game like this with everything on the line, field position is key.
That's right.
And little plays like that, when you tally up the scoreboard, it'll come back and you'll see, okay, that might have been a moment that changed the whole dynamic of the game right there.
Yep. You talk about momentum. We got 30 seconds left in this first quarter, 7-0. If they can score right here again in the first quarter, it really defeats the momentum as far as, I don't know if we can play with these guys from Hilo. You know, you wanna take their minds out of this game as soon as possible.
It's
the
about
crowd
breaking
is very
their will,
quiet.
right? Yeah, no, that's exactly right. They're feeding off of their crowd. We're feeding off of our crowd. And you know, to see these types of things happen and swinging, it can swing at any moment. When Konawaena got the fumble, their crowd was going off. They got back into the game, and that play right there just put it back in Hilo's corner, and Hilo's offense right back on the field, looking to drive again.
Yep, they're on the 30-yard line already. 30-yard line already.
We got trips to the right with a single back formation. Looks like Lyle Silva lined up a little behind Kayan Miyasato with Fiki Aguiar to the left. And looks to be a run up the middle. Lyle Silva sheds 2 tackles, starts running up the sideline, and gets tripped up after 15 yards. Lyle Silva, damn, he shook that guy, stiff arm one guy, and just straight tossed the guy to the side.
That is strength, that is power, that is sure will, because he should have been taken down at least by the first guy.
Right.
At least by the first guy. Probably a loss of 2 maybe.
That looked like that guy had him wrapped up, and he somehow wiggled his way out of that tackle.
Man. First down again.
And he got trips to the left with Kilohana Hasser in a single back up.
He keeps it.
Kayan Miyasato running out to the right, gets tripped up.
Watch out. Watch out. You know, as a quarterback, you can speak on behalf of this. You don't really want to take those hits, right?
Right.
You want to give it to your big back.
You want to preserve your body.
Put your hands up.
Right. You want to get into your playmakers.
That concludes the first quarter.
You know, you want to keep your face pretty for the ladies after the game, right?
That's right. First quarter is over just like that. I blinked a couple times and 12 minutes just went off the clock. 7-0. We're going to flip the sides. And you called it a couple times earlier in this game and also in the JV game how this Wong Stadium field angled towards the stands, there really is no good seat here.
Right.
I know back in the day, they had the stands on the other side.
Yeah. I would say the best seat was standing at the bed of your truck, having a beer on the sideline. But of course, you know, with all this, you know, trying to clean up the games and keep the atmosphere great for the kids and the families, they got rid of that. So now they only allow people inside the stadium to participate, which I think is a good call.
It's a special experience, but to be at a real field made for football, being up close to the field, it makes it more personal. It makes it a little more different experience. Like most of the times, these fans are back here. You got the chain link fence, you got these pylons, and the angles. You're really far away from the game. But I know
there's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of disconnect for sure with this particular field. So please, you know, support Chris Todd and his efforts to help our community get better fields, get better equipment. We really need it. And Hilo High lined up with trips to the left and single back formation. Kyan Miyasato looks to hand off the ball back to Lyle Silva for a couple up the middle. Off the left side.
When you give the ball to Lyle Silva, you're pretty much banking on the fact that you're going to get 3 to 6 yards every single time you give it to him. The offensive line is making holes big enough to him to find and get through. Which is promising because eventually, like you said, you can keep the ball, you can pitch it to someone else. You have all these options after he can give you those 3 to 6 yards every single time.
Especially when you have something consistent like that, and then you got playmakers on the edges. Now they're preparing for the run up the middle, and these edge guys are wide open a lot of times.
That's right. Here we go. Here we go.
Goes back shoulder to Kilohana Hasrider, but the throw is a little late, and looks like they called a pass interference on that. Kyan Miyasato rolled to his right, looked to throw a back shoulder fade towards the pylon. And the throw was a little late because at first Kilohana had popped open, but it looks like the guy had unintentionally hit his arm before the ball arrived.
It was a hold?
Oh, it was a holding on the Vikings.
Declined. They should be moving the ball. They're not going to decline the hold. Or they're going to decline it and give them fourth down?
Yeah,
wow.
I guess so.
Why would you do that? I would not do that at all.
Right.
Because we're going to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, and
Here
that's
we go.
really close.
Then you're going to give them another opportunity.
4th and goal on the 9-yard line.
Well, like you said, we're not the coaches, right? To each his own. Let's see if it pays off for Konawaena. They back out.
In a 2-back formation with Ogata lining up in the backfield with Lyle Silva.
What are you calling here? You calling a handoff here? They're going to think about it.
Right.
What would you play? What would you call in that play?
I think I'd probably take the field goal just to secure.
You take the field goal? And you have a money kicker. You know it's automatic. And it's so close. What is that, like a 20-something yard field goal?
Yeah.
I was a kicker. Kicking is boring, man. Go for the touchdown, man. Throw it to the corner, man. Give it to the receiver, man.
Get a TD on the board, right?
Kilohana Hasrider, man, number 7. Just throw it up for that guy. I don't know, just
or
random.
Fiki all day Aguiar.
Hey, Fiki all day Aguiar. The only thing about Fiki is he's a Denver Broncos fan. so we kind of have our issues
a little
with that.
rivalry there, huh?
My mom is from Denver. They're all Denver Broncos fans. So, I had to choose the most hated team that they hate, the Oakland Raiders. But that was my only thing about with Fiki Aguiar when he was in my class. I said, hey, don't tell me you're a Broncos fan, man. Just don't keep it to yourself. Oh, you called it. Here we go. Bring out the kicker.
It looks like Hilo High went for the conservative play. They're going in with the kicker. Looks to be the kick was good.
Almost blocked. And it's Kami Anu, Keolonui, number 82, with a field goal. Did you hear that Konawaena crowd? They actually thought that they were going to block that.
Right.
10-0.
10-0, Hilo High Vikings.
You called it.
That was the 3rd drive of the game. Hilo High has gotten to the goal line every single drive, and right now Konawaena is still in the game because they've been winning to put themselves in a position to create turnovers, look for the little things, and decline penalties even to put them in 4th down.
And here comes the rain. On key. Going back to Coach Germundo and his staff, when I first came back, the uniforms were black, which that's my favorite color, black. I like it, but now we're going back to the tradition of the athletic gold and this royal blue, and it looks unbelievable. As a Viking alumni,
really pops.
both of us, it does. This blue and gold is classy with the outline of the white. It's beautiful, man.
Have you ever seen this full-fledged gold uniforms?
Never. Never. Back in the day, when you played, we were gold on top and blue on the bottom.
Yeah, us too.
That's what we did.
That's what we had too.
We had gold helmets too. I should have brought my helmet. I could show you. Nice catch. Coming out back. Nice little run. I like when these runners have this versatile style of running. They have moves, but they also have power. You saw those quick shifty moves, and then he lowered his head.
Right.
Took a couple more guys down with him. Maybe
Ogata
a few more yards
in on that tackle.
Ogata is on the tackle?
Yeah. And number 23, Lester Walker, combined to make that tackle against the Konawaena returner.
Geisen is all over the field too.
Yeah, Geisen's an incredible athlete.
Man.
That kid ever since I've met him, he's been nothing but impressive.
The same thing too with him. He's so humble.
Yeah.
You know, he's so humble.
Starts with the family. Great mom and dad, supportive
Awesome.
parents. And Boo
Looping
Jones
pass.
floats it
That's
up
a
to the
pick.
left.
Easy.
And that's a pick.
Easy.
Looks like, was that number 5?
Kapana. Kanai Kane.
Kapana Kanai Kane.
I mean, you
DB.
could have caught that ball maybe.
True.
That was, here you go, have a
You might as well have
Easy
handed
catch.
it off to the DB.
there you go. What a
But-
great play. Nothing to take away from Kanai, but that was an awesome play. Maybe slipped, maybe. I don't know. Like
Right.
you talked about the wet weather. You know, that
Right.
ball kind of maybe
It
left
looked
the
like
hands
he was
maybe too high.
expecting his wide receiver to be there, but he wasn't even within 10 yards of
Miscommunication.
that ball.
And here we go. We got the ball back again.
We got 2 wide receivers split out to either side of Kyan Miyasato. He drops it to his left, throws it to
Oh.
Fiki Aguiar with double
You don't
coverage.
see that often.
And
You don't
it
see
was
that
a
often.
tight pass, but Fiki dropped the ball.
You don't see that often.
With,
I'm gonna
the
give him. I'm gonna
defenders
give him
draped all over
something
him,
about
right.
down. You know he wants that back. One thing about Fiki, if he ever makes a mistake, the next time he has an opportunity, he capitalizes on it and he makes sure he makes the next play.
Most definitely.
He is a fierce competitor. So proud of him. Just the other day, he was in my class as a freshman, and now he's a senior. I mean,
Wow.
time flies by so
It's-
fast.
Must be amazing to watch these guys mature for 4 years to
It
your
is.
program, to your
It is.
system, and see
It
them
is.
performing like the way they are and becoming champions.
It
And
is.
hopefully they can win another title this year.
They're moving the ball away from us, so that's on Konawaena. I don't know what happened. Can you see what happened? 10 yards out? Is that
did
automatic
not.
first down too?
Looks like an automatic first down.
God, we're close to the
2
end
wide
zone too.
receivers split out to. Oh, they look like they got a 2-back formation. Drop
Oh
to the
man,
left.
that's trouble. Oh,
That was almost picked off.
And that's Fiki again.
It looked like it was a quick slant to Fiki Aguiar, and there was 3 Konawaena Wildcats surrounding him and deflected by Fiki into the arms of a Konawaena Wildcat, and it was dropped at the last minute.
You know, some of these players I think need to adjust to the wet weather. Some of them put on gloves, some of them take off gloves.
Right.
You know, you look at Fiki, he has no gloves on. Maybe it's a little slick out there. Maybe he has to use his towel. Put the towel in the front of his body, maybe.
So he can use it.
Something.
Right? Trips to the left and handoff up the middle to Lyle
Nice.
Silva.
He's a
And
tackling. He
damn.
breaks tackles.
Yeah,
You can't just have one guy take
right,
him down.
Right.
That took
And he
3
definitely can't
Wildcats
arm
to take him
tackle.
down. You can't
Yeah.
arm tackle him. No way. He is a fighter, man. This is going to be interesting. We got 3rd down now. Loss of a couple yards on that one.
Good job, Tots. That's good.
Still showing 2nd, but I believe it's 3rd. Is he going to flip that? There you go. All right, we're on 3rd down. So now we got the trips on the right side. Do you think they're going to look off the right side and throw to the left to Fiki?
I think they're going to run up the middle again.
You're probably right. He
Oh.
fakes the dive. Gives it to Fiki. Oh,
There we go.
what
Looks like
a play.
Fiki was taken down at the 1-yard
First
line.
down. And here we go. He drops a couple passes, comes back, makes that tough catch. We kind of were both right. They did fake it too. So Mr. Silva in the middle.
Fake the middle,
Fake the middle.
out to the left.
Throw the slant.
I'm glad they didn't listen to me because that pass looked like it was a successful play call.
Well, here we go. I'd say
Probably now they're going to go up the
give
middle.
it to the
huh?
hammer. That's
And-
right.
Oh, I
We should
know.
mention
Punch it
some
in
of these
from
offensive
one.
linemen too, making these huge
Oh,
holes.
most
for this
definitely.
lone
This
linebacker.
line has been stout,
I'm ready.
consistent.
Oh, keeps it and throws it and drops it.
Who is that?
Aguiar.
Oh.
Come on, man. It's your turn. I would have gave it to Silva, right?
Yeah.
You got to talk about
Oh,
these
that's
elements.
Kainalu Lewis.
Oh,
Kainalu Lewis is typically a linebacker,
He is
safety,
a linebacker.
corner. And this kid is a stud because he was a two-way player his
Jeez, man.
entire life.
Senior.
This kid's an animal. He's been all over the place. I believe he's leading the team in interceptions
Wow.
and fumble recoveries.
And he plays on offense. Bro, they can just put anybody back there. Here we go to Silva.
Wow, Silva
up in the middle.
and
Masato's
gets
putting his
through,
hands
and
up
the
already.
line pushes him into the end zone. Looks to be a touchdown by Lyle Silva. Lyle is the future of the Hilo Vikings program. His father
Only a sophomore.
is a tremendous help with anything that the coaches
Yep.
and personnel need. Incredibly dedicated father and son duo.
Yep.
And I can tell you right now, this is exactly what the Hilo High Vikings stand for. Incredibly humble family and great support system at home.
We got number 82, Anu, back for the extra point. Don't hold your breath. It normally goes through. Just like that. 17-0, Charles. 17-0.
17-0 with, what, 9:24 left in the game. Man, these Hilo High Vikings sure are efficient. I actually think that their team is probably doing a little better than last game, because even though there's a turnover that was had earlier with a fumble by Hilo High School, they're driving the ball consistently every time down the field. No ifs, ands, or buts. Whether they're put in first and 20, first and 10, they're consistently getting into the red zone. And now they just got to make sure they punch it in when they do get there.
You're talking about efficient movement of the ball on the offensive side of the ball. That is what you're seeing. Like you said, even if they get pushed back, they make it up on the next play. They're not putting their heads down. It always looks like they're on first down. It always looks like they're goal to goal. This offense is just steamrolling right now.
I've honestly never seen a BIIF offense like this until this year.
But then you look at, and you can say the same thing about their defense.
Right.
You can say the same thing about their
Right.
defense.
And
It's
I think
like-
what it comes down to, besides the tremendous coaching and schemes that they plan up, is this tremendous senior class they have. A lot of these kids have been playing 3 or 4 years on the varsity
That's
level,
right.
starters. Kickoff to Konawaena looks
the
like
ground.
it's back into the end zone.
You know
They're
how
gonna
hard
let
that
it
is to
roll
do
in.
to kick it in the end zone
Oh,
at the
yeah.
high school level with this muddy
A soggy
ground?
field with rain pressing the ball down back on the field, right?
It's hard to do, man. Hard to do. Most times, if you try to lean back and try to push that ball, then you start sliding on the ground. So, I don't even know what they're doing with their cleats, but we used to use this deep cleat when we played on this field, and then we'd of course have to change the cleats when we played at
3/4
Cali.
inch?
At least metal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I know when we played soccer, it was metal cleats every single time, and deep, like long cleats, man, because you just can't get any traction, you know. They're gonna try to run the ball. Look at all this yellow, just swarm of yellow, man. It's almost like yellow jackets or something, man. Just swarming.
That's
you,
a great way to describe them. And the crazy thing is they got tremendous speed and talent on this team, but
Yep.
they don't got the overpowering
Yep.
6'4",
Yep.
5", 300 pounders on their team. But
That's right.
somehow they get penetration every single time.
That's right. That's right. And they are tackling as a team.
As a
Like you
unit.
said, you don't
Right.
see one huge monster out there
Right.
making all the plays.
They all play for the Queen Bee, and that
That's
Queen
right.
Bee is, Coach Kael,
That's
which I
it.
think he
That's
reminds
it.
me of someone like Nick Saban.
And I am not going to tell Coach Coyote you just called him a queen. I'm not going to tell him that. If you- and when he
Hopefully
hears
he
this,
doesn't watch that
don't-
back.
no offense, Coach. no offense at all. We're trying to come up with.
He's the King
Yeah.
Bee.
Right. We're trying to come up with some type of analogy just to kind of look at this defense, because it's a swarming defense, and they're angry. They come after the ball, and anybody can make the play, but they all swarm together. That's what I keep on telling everybody. This football team is a team in every sense of the word.
Oh, yeah.
Passing,
The corner's
Coming
playing
down.
tight coverage.
he's running
Jones
outside the pocket.
Gets outside on the edge
Ooh.
and gets pushed out of bounds after a gain of about 10.
I tell you, man, that Kainoa Boo Jones is lucky that he did not get hurt, seriously hurt on that play,
Right.
because they were coming up quick, man.
And that's the thing I see with this particular defense is when these kids, some of the times they don't even throttle down to make the hit. They just come full blast trying to run through you.
Yep. You talk about the history of these seniors, though. Like, they've been on championship teams their whole 4 years.
Since Pop Warner and everything.
Because
These
this is
kids
the
are-
6th time, right?
Right.
So this is their 7th run at a championship.
Right.
Yeah, championship. So
Right.
these kids, all they know is gold around. Do they get rings or do they get medals or what?
Just medals and trophies.
They should get rings.
Right.
You know, we should do something to kind of get these kids rings, man.
Well, shank punt off the right, and looks
Wow.
like somebody upfield grabs the ball and making away. Who is that? It's Elijah Powell. What did you
Yep.
know? Almost takes it to the
that
house.
was actually a good kick by that punter because he actually ran out. He was going to get blocked, man. He got it
Right.
off. But look at the field position again from
And
Hilo
again,
High.
and this has been kind of the tale of this year.
It is.
Our field position. We have 500 some points as an offense, and don't even come close to the top 10 in yardage in the state.
Yep.
Because our field position is usually within the 50.
Yep.
And then we hit big plays every so often that eliminates a lot of
There you go.
our potential opportunities or plays.
4 yards.
Right.
You run out of real estate. You end up in the end zone. You get
Exactly.
6 points.
I'll take it any
There
way
you
you can
go.
get there.
There you go. But the thing to be on a team where you have a defense that gives you all these opportunities, like right now, like if I'm an offensive player on this team, I'm like, bro, we're on the 40-yard line. Thank you so much. We're on the 30-yard line. Oh, great.
Right.
I got 20 yards, 30 yards, and I'm in the end zone again. And here we go. He can throw it in the end zone right
Trips to
here.
the right. Kyan Miyasato gets out of the way of a few tacklers and ends up getting sacked and dropped for a loss.
Danced around for a little bit. I thought he was going to let it go. Decided to keep it. And he's
Right.
kind of coaching him up a little bit. Hey, I wanted you to go straight. What's going on? Even Kyan Masato, he's a senior too, right?
He's a senior.
And how much game champion? Like he was coming in when he was a freshman.
Freshman. Varsity.
I remember him coming in as a
Yeah.
freshman.
Tio Ganko had got injured and
that's
he ended
right.
up having to play.
That's right. Good for him. He leans back and just chucks it.
Dude, who was that? Kilohana
Who
Hasser
was
with the
that?
deep
Who
touchdown
was
catch.
I wonder who. Who else? Number 7.
Shake and bake his
I'm telling you.
defender. Takes it to the house with a pinpoint accurate pass by Kyan Precision Miyasato.
telling
This
you.
kid is incredible. Leading the state. Highest passer rating in the state. Probably going to end the season with the most touchdown passes, least interceptions. This kid has been the most impressive to me. He's always been great, and he's taking it to a whole nother level this year. He's really the reason why this particular offense has been as successful as it's been.
I'm proud of him, especially ending the year last year with maybe a game that he probably would try to get back at
Right.
that state championship game. He's got a lot to work on. He wants to have some redemption.
They caught their lumps in that game, but he still ended with 3 TD passes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of their passes were incomplete because they didn't have the balance like they do this year.
Yeah.
But I think that's something they learned from Coach Todd. Ironed out the kinks. He tried a lot of things during this preseason and some of our scrimmages that we spent Oahu. We played 4 Oahu teams in 5 days.
Wow.
Kamehameha
Wow.
Kapalama, Campbell, Kailua, Castle, and we competed very well. We shut out Kamehameha, 0 points scored on us. Kailua, 0 points scored against us. Campbell, I believe, scored 3 touchdowns. We scored 2, but Kyan didn't even start in that. He didn't even play in that game because he had gotten hurt against Kailua the night before, and we beat Castle, I believe, 28-7.
That's impressive because all of those ball clubs that you mentioned, they have football pedigree.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So that's really good to get
And they
out
have-
there to play these teams
They have
early.
D1 size.
That's right,
Their
that's
line
right.
was
And speed.
much bigger than ours, but our line was disciplined, technique sound, and they did well.
Here we go. Another kick all into the end zone again. Second one of the night. I think that's Masila back. Masila doing the kickoff, or maybe he did that kickoff. I know he had a knee injury. Masila Siu. 24-0, 6 minutes into
It's
the second quarter.
What's crazy is, it was 7-10-0 just a little while ago, and that's
was.
the makeup of these Vikings.
It was.
Is when they score in bunches.
Yep.
Because the defense turns the ball over, has a lot of 3 and outs. It's like
Yep.
these guys are just clicking. They're scoring 24, 27 points in a matter of a few minutes. Ooh,
got
Jones
some
looks like
time
he
here.
slipped. Oh, makes a pass out to the left side.
Did he catch that ball?
Keola Bogle is tangled up in that attempt.
I don't think he caught that ball.
And that's another impressive thing is these corners, they play incredibly tight coverage.
Jeez,
I don't know if you folks noticed at home, but these corners are playing man coverage a lot of times, a majority of the game. They're switching up looks. Once in a while, they're dropping off and playing deep thirds. They're playing deep halves. They're doing combo coverages and moves, and they're not giving these guys a lot of space to catch the ball.
And you don't normally have two lockdown corners. Both of these guys can lock down any offense. Look at that swarming defensive again. The defensive line with the penetration, the linebackers coming up, lifting the guys up and driving them into the ground.
Right. Elijah Apau is a leader on this defense, just like Kalen White, just like Kanalu Lewis. They have so many players that know every position on this field. Kael Drumundo can literally move them where he needs and where he wants, and the diversity that this team has is just unreal.
And the experience. Remember Elijah Paul, just a freshman, just the other. He was playing when he was a freshman too.
Winning a state championship with his brother.
Thing. And same thing with him, with his parents. You know, raising a great young man. His sister's a class act.
Incredible family.
Humble and hardworking and just polite and well-mannered, and he's a tremendous wrestler.
Oh, did you ever see him box or kickbox?
Good thing I haven't seen him.
He whoops some butt. Yeah, that kid.
I probably have to pay to watch him.
Don't mess with him, bro.
I wouldn't mess with him.
He's a little mighty mouse. That kid will put you on your butt.
Well, I seen him on the wrestling mat, and it's not even a joke.
Supposedly he's going to be competing for a state title
every year, even last year. He's just tremendous, and in the classroom as well. He's doing really well.
Konawaena punting the ball. It looks like it almost was blocked. And the two returners look to pick it up.
Oh, he touched it.
Oh, no. And it looks like it ends up dribbling through Ogata's hands.
You talk about taking those gambles. You mentioned it earlier, to take the gamble, looking at the risk and reward. And then he did that the last play, and it paid off. And now we got a little change of momentum here. This is exactly what Konawaena was waiting for and needed.
Right. This is a momentum changer. Now Konawaena's crowd is getting back into the game.
And you don't want to give them any type of life before this half.
Right.
So the defense really needs to come up hard. And number 40 had a great run right there. I don't think we mentioned his name before.
No.
Kaikoa Keli'i, 5'7", 160 freshman.
Wow.
That's always bad news for us Viking fans. We don't like these kids to be good when they're freshmen.
Exactly.
Wow, what a run. He got the ball again. Jace, they're calling Sato, but I'm on the junior varsity side. My fault. Riley Sato, 5'5", 150. Senior.
Yeah, Riley Sato
I'm making up my own things over here. Riley Sato,
their change of pace back behind Hezekiah Anahu and Brogio,
Well, I tell you, man, he got some skills too. Oh, that's some type of offensive passing interference.
It looked to be so. He was blanketed by the Hilo cornerback. It looks like the receiver just threw him down.
Mark Bassa?
Yeah, that looked like to be Mark Bassa.
Well, when you mentioned these corners and locking these corners down, eventually, as a receiver, you get frustrated. And you get physical too.
Right.
And if you get called against on you, then that's not good. You must keep your composure, especially against a feisty, scrappy defense like Hilo High School.
Right. Where a lot of this grit comes from for the defense is...
It's on us.
Right. Oh, no ways.
It's on us. Oh, unless he's moving it back now. They're confused. They're moving the chains. Automatic first down.
Wow.
Passing interference on the Vikings. I'm sorry, I'm biased. I called it against them.
It looked to be a push on the Kona Wildcats.
Totally did. Ball on the 20. Back to pass. Tons of time. Batted down.
Ooh. Vikings diving to catch the ball. It looks like he is throwing it in traffic. It batted up for a second, and Hilo High misses the interception attempt.
Almost picked. Second down. Konawaena with
And
possession
Hilo High
again.
with 5 guys on the line and dropping their covered corners back.
Look who's on the line over there, Mr. 30.
Right.
Lau Silva
Lau
on the
Silva
rush.
coming off the rush.
With the sack.
Brings Boo Jones
Come
back
on.
into the tacklers. That kid is a beast.
Come on.
Lau Silva, where
How
can he
you
not
physically
play?
do that?
Right.
How can you run all you can as a running back and then run at the same speed and power and strength on the defensive
You know what
end?
that takes? It takes heart.
It does
and
take
will. And he obviously trains well, and his father coaches him up well, does everything he possibly can, and put
Here
him
he
in
is again. They're rushing
to
3, and he's
succeed.
one of them.
Unreal. Boo Jones drops back, tries
Nice
to get it out to the
pass.
outside.
Did he get his feet in? They're
It looks
calling
like
catch.
he caught it right in front of the corner. Number 25, Stan Mari,
Still going to be
on
fourth
the
down,
push
though.
out of bounds. Looks to be fourth and
Yeah?
fourth and
5?
12,
12?
or is that fourth and 6?
No, they're
Fourth
going to
and-
go like 16 more.
Oh,
They got-
16.
Yeah, yep. They got a lot more to go. Here
Oh,
comes
Lau
Lau Silva
Silva.
again.
Oh.
My goodness.
Wow,
I
that
don't
was
have
a
any
hit
words for
right
that
there.
hit. All I know is half of the field is
That
coming
was
out of
number
Mr.
44,
Jones'
Mana
face mask.
Price. Mana's had a tremendous amount of big hits this year.
You know, I can talk so much about this young man because I had him as a freshman, and honestly, I wouldn't even think he'd be on the football team. And he's on the football team, and he's making a huge impact. So proud of him. Keep it up, Mr. Price. Did you see how much grass was in Boo Jones' helmet? That is never a good thing. Did that ever happen to you? Picking up grass out of your face mask?
Yeah, it definitely
That
happened
is
to
not
me,
good.
to the point where they're even doing push-ups on me after they tackled me.
Bringing back bad memories,
Right.
man.
Especially against Kona and Kealakea.
Oh, boy. Oh, he keeps it.
Wow. Kyan is slippery. He's not the fastest guy,
Yeah.
but he's mobile.
Yeah.
He's not someone that you're gonna want to run because he's fairly on the thin side.
Right.
Let's keep
Right.
him upright. Let's get the ball out of his hands quickly
Right.
because he's excelled this year as a passer, hitting his guys in space, getting the playmakers the ball and letting them run upfield.
I mean, he has moxie, though. I mean, he
does.
keeps the ball. Me,
Yeah.
if I was that size, I would be throwing it
Right.
every single time.
Right. And he's about 6 feet.
Yeah. Do you think he's about on 160 pounds,
I would say even
170
lighter
maybe?
than that.
Lighter than that?
145.
Oh,
maybe.
soaking wet.
Yeah.
He is elusive, though. Very
He is.
slippery.
It's okay. I mean, camera ops is one of the.
So we went backwards a little bit.
Got trips on the left. We're like first and 20. And run up the middle with who else but Lyle Silva for
Lyle
a gain
Silva,
of
man.
7 to 10
telling you.
yards.
Gatorade, bananas,
Right.
ketchup, straight salt. I mean, you're gonna have to be putting some stuff in that
Oh, yeah.
that body, man, because he's
This is like tough game to
he's
be
a
playing both
machine,
ways.
man.
Especially at the running back and linebacker position because
Exactly.
the hits are tremendous these
Yep.
kids are taking.
And you're on every play you're hitting somebody or you're
Right.
getting hit.
You got legitimate D1 talent with players like Alex Muti, 6'3", 220,
Wow.
225 pounds on the defensive end for Konawaena, offered by
Wow.
BYU this past summer.
Wow.
And I think maybe 2 months after he was offered, he accepted.
Wow. 6'3", 205.
He looked to be a little heavier when I saw him that last game. He looked to be a good 20 pounds more than 205.
But it's funny about these rosters because I know when I was on the team,
It was
never-
always inflated, right?
I was not 6'2". I
Right.
was never 180 pounds. I was like 130, man. I had a big head, but that was pretty much it. But you kind of look at these players and you're like, is it inflated or is it deflated, right?
Right. Kyan Miyasato gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage, just a quarter of a yard behind the line of scrimmage. He tried to step back in the pocket and get the ball downfield out of his hands, but he was corralled by the Konawaena line.
Timeout, Konawaena. We're gonna need to throw this ball pretty far. I would say 14, 15 yards for the first down.
Right.
Third down.
Konawaena is rushing incredibly hard with their ends, trying to contain Kyan Miyasato and push their front into him, get him nervous, knock him off his game. But I can tell you right now, there hasn't been much that does it, because Kyan Miyasato has not had a game that he's thrown less than 3 touchdown passes this year. And that's usually in just a half of a game.
I'm telling you, man. He's a gunslinger. As soon as you think you got him down, he can throw it and he can score a touchdown just like that. Don't blink, I'm telling you. Just don't blink. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in this first half. And they could, I guess Konawaena is thinking they could try to get the ball back because they're calling timeout. But this is a critical play right here. Let's see what they do. And the rain is about to fall again. Do we span back there and just chuck it again, or do we just give it to Mr. Silva?
They're probably going to go
see.
with like a short screen
Look,
pass.
they're coming, they're coming, they're coming. Oh!
That
slipped through the hands there.
Was caught by Elijah Apal. He had to jump up for it. Probably a 15-yard throw down the middle, and was quickly hit by a defender from Konawaena.
It's a good thing they didn't see number 4 down here. He was wide open. Mr. Ogata was wide open. He's like, hey, throw that same play again, man. I think they should punt it. I think they're punting it. Yep, back to punt. Watch out, coming in quick. Little shank again. That goes maybe 12 yards, 15 yards maybe. Not a good punt at all. Hey, this is a good opportunity for Konawaena to get at least some type of score before the halftime and give them a little bit of confidence going into the half.
I think it's crucial for them to drive this ball and get some points on the board, take it into the half, get their fan base back, get them believing. The last time these two teams met, Konawaena was blanked 43-0, so it's very important for them to get some points on the board.
You know what kind of impact that makes to get 3 points or 6 points or 7 points for a team? Right?
It's the world, yeah.
Their running game looks good. It's just they're down 24 points. You know, you kind of got to throw it up here and there. And you know who's waiting back? All those Vikings ready back and pounce on those interceptions, man. Here you go again. Jump ball. It doesn't seem like with the, I don't know, you know the quarterback better than I do, but it doesn't seem like with these conditions that he can get enough velocity with the ball, get enough down. It looks like he's throwing it as hard as he can, but he only can throw it maybe 40 yards. And then the receiver just has to stop and do a jump ball.
Well, and these coaches are smart. They're very situational. You can tell they're, you know, instead of press coverage, they're kind of sagging their guys off. So they're in perfect position. And, you know, I'm sure Kona's going to try to hit some routes here because they look to be in an empty backfield at 5 out wide. Another deep pass. Kilohana Hasser that goes up for the interception, and it gets tipped away by the Konawaena Wildcat.
But again, these are all jump balls. You know, it's a 50-50 ball. Both teams can get these balls that are being thrown this way. I don't know if that's going to be effective.
It's definitely too risky.
But like you said, I mean, you know, you lost to this team 43-0. What do you have to lose? You're down 24-0. What do you have to lose? You got to
do something, right?
You got to do something. But can you do something against this defense? I don't know.
Empty backfield again. They're trying to throw it out to one of the receivers under Mark Bassa, but thrown far too wide out and ends up skipping out of bounds. Boo Jones looks to be a little bit off his game tonight. You know, Vikings been rushing him quite a bit and being pretty successful at sacking him and corralling him. looks to be a half second or so off his timing here.
Well, he's getting lumps. He's getting pushed back. He's scrambling. He's on the run. He has no time. All these guys are coming at his ankles. That huge hit that he took, he's probably still seeing some stars after that.
Yeah.
That was a huge hit. And they're going to punt this ball away.
Konawaena is going to punt it
Interesting.
back to our returners.
Let's see if they actually can. Oh, jeez, he almost blocked that too.
Every single time, they always almost block it.
Out of bounds, the punt.
And I believe Hilo played down conservatively and just let it bounce, but that was the right call considering the field position.
I think that was Caden Alameda coming in for that block, number 50.
Yeah.
He almost got it, man.
Just a little short every time, huh?
Yep. But these Hilo High Vikings, they just don't quit. They will come back again harder.
As soon as you think you got an opportunity to get back in the game, here comes the offense back on the field and running the ball down your throat or hitting a quick screen or something. And look, every single play, they're taking it to the house.
A pivot.
Wow. And he's gone.
Who's that guy?
He's gone. Kilohana Hatsuneder takes it to the house.
Thank you, Mom, for speed. Because speed kills.
His
he caught
mom
the ball.
was an absolute speed demon back in high
He caught the
school.
ball, 360'd, and was gone. You know
Unreal.
how hard that is?
Unreal.
You know, well, some of those genes are from you, so you got a little bit of speed there, right? Maybe the pivot was from you.
Maybe the pivot,
The
right?
pivot was from you. Caught it, pivoted, and then was gone. And this boy is how much pounds?
185.
You know what I mean? I mean, that is a lot of weight.
Last year,
to
he was
move.
165. He didn't run track this past year. We implemented a
lift and eat.
Right. He finally was able to lift and eat and sleep, put on 20 pounds, good 20 pounds, gain speed, gain athleticism, and it's hard to do in a short period of time.
It is. It is. But that is electric right there. Look at that.
This past summer, he actually went to the University of Hawaii camp and competed there, and he won fastest man at the camp against the Gatorade Track Player of the Year, Tanner Moku, who was the state champ 100-meter hurdler, 200-meter hurdler, and 4x1 top finisher.
So,
and he beat Tanner Moku in a 40-yard dash and everybody else in that particular camp.
So my question to you is, will he be running track this year? It's his senior year. Football is probably going to be his dream to go to play at the next level. What's after football?
You know, our family sat down, and Kilohana is involved in every aspect of this planning for his future. And after discussing it as a family, we felt that it wasn't something that was in line with what he needed to excel at the next level. And considering the UH program is losing about 3 out of their 5 top receivers because they're graduating, he's in line to potentially be a starter next year if he performs at the way and learns the system. So considering that, he's probably not going to play track, play football, wrestle, any of that.
Water
just
polo,
focus on
cheerleading,
training.
nothing. Just all football.
And he's, you know, we want to create a well-rounded person, so he's also going to be trying to develop a business or get into modeling and get ready for college, really, you know, get ready for the life out there. But Hilo High kicks the ball off back to Konawaena.
Nice kick.
31-0, bounces into the end zone.
Again.
Man, this kid really got a leg here. But speaking of that, the thing is at any moment, anyone in this offense can score.
Yep.
And every single one of them have the opportunity to shine because there's so many other talented kids like Kayan Miyasato, Fiki Aguiar, Gaisen Ogata, Kilohana, you know, Lyle Silva, Tia Ganko, who's injured and will be coming back soon.
That's another great young man.
He actually was the top wideout up until he got injured. But all the wideouts pretty much have similar stats. They all have about 10 touchdowns each.
They can all do it.
Yeah.
Step back pass, jump ball up again.
jump ball, and it looks like Kona's getting desperate because they're really just throwing the ball up for grabs.
But you know, when you're throwing the ball up, maybe 20, 30 yards, and you have 2 to 3 Vikings coming over, the odds are not good for you to come down with that ball.
Right. Right.
And I don't know if that's just a design play, back shoulder, this and that, whatever, but to me, you got to beat those defenders in a place where they just can't get to.
Right.
And they're just waiting back there.
Right.
Here they go again. Look them.
Wow.
Almost came up with the pick.
Wow.
So like you called it, they're playing back on defense. They're just waiting back there, playing center field. And they're just trying to come up here, either bat it down or trying to pick it.
Right.
But if you're Konawaena, what other choices
Right.
do you have?
Right.
Run the ball?
I know.
No.
No.
Throw it in
That's
the
not
flat?
gonna do it.
That is not going to go. I mean,
Right.
it's not going to work. So what do? Throw it out as far as you can? I don't know.
It's a tough
31 to
call.
0.
And considering how quick their line's getting in, I mean, you really don't got much time to throw. Boo Jones throws
Look at
it out
that.
to the
Look
left.
at that. Look at
and
that.
he literally is putting the ball in harm's way every single play.
Right.
On that play, the receiver caught it
Yeah.
and got hit.
How many yards down the
Immediately.
field? 3?
Right.
5?
Right.
Somebody's
And
going to get hurt.
half the time it looks like the Hilo High Vikings are the receivers for Konawaena's team because they're
Yep.
typically closer to the ball than the
Yep.
Kona
Yep.
receivers have
Yep.
been so far.
I'm trying to, this is only my second game that I've called, but I'm trying to find some type of weakness in our offense, our special teams, and our defense. I just really can't at this
Right,
level.
Right.
I don't know what other levels of teams are going to present to us. I don't see any type of weakness. Our defensive line, the penetration, they're stopping the run. The linebackers are coming in and making sure
Right,
tackles. And then you got all these defensive backs and safeties that are either intercepting the ball or shutting these guys down.
Right. Outside of the 2 fumbles that we have, I believe this game right now, up until this point, has been a better played game by the Hilo High Vikings in comparison to their last game.
Wow.
It was a lot closer in the first half. I believe we went into halftime 17-0 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm a little
recall.
surprised it's 31-0.
I recall them saying that it was close in the first half, and then they just blew them out in the second. At least they get the nice kickoff. That's a nice punt. No return again. Backs away from it, plays it safe, lets it bounce. Good, still good field position. 40-something seconds left. Yeah.
And it honestly, it works out in Konawaena's favor for them to back off the ball because Elijah, Apau, and Ogata both have multiple punt returns and kick returns this year and have been completely dazzling whenever
Yep.
they touch the ball.
That's true.
They shake and bake and run all over the field. And majority of the time they field the ball, they put us inside of the 50.
Every single time. They're shifty, you know? How much do you think those 2 boys weigh? 150, 160 maybe? Not even that.
Ogata probably 155 and Elijah maybe a little more, 160.
Maybe?
Yeah. But I do know he
They're
drops
nifty,
a ton
though.
of weight for wrestling season. He told me he has to get all the way down to something like 135
You know,
or something.
he's a tremendous athlete, man. I believe he's also in the JRTC program
Yeah,
too.
he is. He is.
The future is so bright for him. You know,
Oh.
those type of kids, you just never want them to graduate. You want them to stay in your program forever. You know?
Elijah Powell is the type of kid you want your kid to cruise with.
Yep. Classy young man. Shout out to the parents, man. That's awesome, man.
Right.
Raising some good kids, boy.
He got trips to the left with a single back formation. Kyan Miyasato dropping back, throws it up the middle,
Wow.
hits the receiver in
Apau?
stride. Apau taking it, knocks the
Like
defender.
he already knows we're talking about him.
Right.
You know, he's making plays over here. They're trying to score. Look at these guys on the ball
Right.
already.
20 seconds left, and Hilo High is trying to punch it in,
Wow. Oh, spike.
spiking the
Little
ball.
little NFL pro style
in
spike
their
the ball
2-minute
action.
offense, up 31-0 in the first half.
What do you think about that, Charles? I don't
think,
know, man.
I think it's great that they're, even though it's 31-0, they're treating it as if it's 0-0, because this types of moments are the moments that we need to get the most reps at.
Yeah.
Because when the game's on the line, in the championship, in the tournament, whenever
Yeah,
it comes
yeah,
up,
yeah.
that's when we want to be able to excel. And we won't be able to if we take these moments for granted.
Well, that's
Kayan Miyasato throwing it out to the right, and
Hasenritter.
Kilo Hana Hasenritter slips as he tries to make a move.
But to go back to your thoughts on that, you're trying to win this ball game. You're trying to, of course, display sportsmanship, but at the same time, the mindset must be the tournament.
Right.
It must be Aloha Stadium. It must be whoever the Maui champ is, whoever the Kauai champ is, and then whoever we're gonna play on the big, the island of Oahu, right?
So how they have the seeding this year? Previously, it was 4 teams they invited to the tournament for Division 1. This year, they added a 5th team, which really comes down to a second OIA team. So it's 2 OIA representatives, 1 ILH, 1 BIIF, and 1 MIL.
What about the Kauai?
Kauai is in Division 2.
2.
Yeah, they're 3 teams.
So does anybody have a bye in the tournament?
The first 3 seeds have a bye.
Wow.
And 4th and 5th seed, which will most likely be Baldwin, they locked up the MIL.
Wow.
And tomorrow night, Moanalua and Lelehua play to see who will be the top seed. The loser of that game will play Maui, which will most likely then play us if and when we beat Konawaena next weekend.
If and when.
Miyasato dropping back.
Nice.
He's it out to the left to Fiki all day Aguiar. And he was tied up with the with the DB. No flag on the play.
2 receivers very close in the vicinity of the ball. Either one could have caught that ball.
They're going for a Hail Mary, trying to punch it in with 8 seconds left. Chris Todd is treating this like a 2-minute offense, and
Coach Todd wants more. He's greedy, man. He is greedy. He's hungry.
Yeah, he's hungry. Exactly.
Everybody else is like,
he wants to
get
eat.
out. And
He know these kids practice way too hard to not get them in the end zone. They're probably telling him on the sideline, "Coach, let me get this ball. Let me take this."
Yes, that's what you want. Well, what do you think? One more play? High school football, pretty much one more play. Maybe NFL, maybe 2, maybe?
Right.
Depends, right? Oh, we're going to punt it. We're going to punt it.
Fake punt.
Oh, watch out. They're getting in. Both teams are getting that penetration on the punts, man. They're both coming in to try to block these kicks. And that is the half.
That's the half, guys. Hilo High up 31-0 at the half. Dominating performance by Hilo High. Last game, it was 17-0 at the half. What do you think about it? 31-0 to a Konawaena team that has been so impressive over the years, has an incredible coaching staff, has incredible players, a kid that's going to play defensive end at BYU next year. I mean, this is a team that is no cakewalk.
If people actually could see us, my neck is hurting so bad because I don't know what to say. I'm shaking my head. I don't know. It's like a dream. It's like I'm dreaming, and I always want us to have these type of scores when we're playing these types of games at this type of level.
Right.
But when you're actually watching the game, I hate to say this, but it's actually kind of boring. They're making it look too easy, offensively and defensively.
I think that's the weirdest thing. I don't even know what word describes it, because for our team to come out here on a wet, damp field in a passing style attack, putting up 31 teams on a team that is one of the top defenses in the state, that allowed a Mission Viejo team 38 points in a full game. That's a top 25 team in the nation. I don't even know what to say. That means our team must be ranked in the top 30.
What do you say? What do you say to your Wildcat team right now at halftime? What words would you tell your team right now, down 31 points to nothing? Offensively, we pretty much, as a Konawaena Wildcat, you haven't really had any type of glimpses of anything. Maybe a run, maybe a pass here and there, but ultimately, I don't know what you say to them.
Well, the question was, going into this game, would Brad Uemoto play this game, considering they had to beat Hilo High School by 44 points to get back the home field advantage? Because right now it's not going in their favor. I can't imagine that this is helping their morale, their team,
Right.
to believe that they have a chance to compete in the BIIF championship game next week.
So after this game, where are we at as far as the BIF tournament? We just play Konawaena again.
It's winner take all next week.
But
Winner
we
take all.
automatically play Konawaena again.
Irregardless.
What about the other teams in the
It's the top
division?
2 seeds.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So this game means way more to the Wildcats than the Vikings.
Right.
Because if it ends up like this,
This is the
you have
tempo.
1 week to prepare
Right.
for a rematch again
rematch.
to a team
Right.
at Hilo High,
Which,
at Wong Stadium
right,
again.
I can imagine Konawaena's probably coming out very vanilla. They're not, I guarantee you, they have some tricks up their sleeve for next week. They're trying not to show their cards. You know, it's a little disheartening right now for the Konawaena fans. But I believe Konawaena has some fight in them. And, you know, it's not going their way right now. But do not take them for granted, because this is a good ball club. Great head coach. Great program.
Yes. Great
No.
tradition. Years and years and years of total domination. We're acknowledging the seniors here. They're doing their senior walk.
Coming
They're
to
going
the
into the
crowd.
stands. We got the cameras on them.
Wow.
This is a chicken skin moment. This is their last true home game. The fans are on their feet, paying their respects to these men that have been. A lot of them are four-year
Four-year
players, right?
starters. Dude. This is the team. I just talked to Coach Kael last night, Coach Ed, Coach Murray, Coach Kahu, all those guys, and I was asking them, what's the difference between this team and the team that won a state championship 2 years ago? And he told me, well, besides the fact that that particular team had 2 legitimate D1 lineman prospects that ended up going to JC and later picked up by USC and another program.
Right.
He told me that it's the core of seniors that he
Yep.
has on his team, the experience that they have, the tenacity, the quickness, the fight they play with. It's on a whole nother level. And what I mean by experience is a lot of these guys were sophomores 2 years ago in that state championship win, and they contributed to that victory, including Elijah Apau, who came up with a big interception. His brother was the starting quarterback for that particular team that ended up making the difference in that push to win that championship. Kalen White, also another huge component
Yep.
to that particular team. And last year, Kalen did so well in the state tournament. He was named second team All-State and first team for scoring live or something like that. These kids have been recognized by the premier organizations and associations in this state. Hilo High is a known entity. I talked to Mark Veneri from Cover 2 Sports the other night, who's a really good friend of mine, and he said that all the coaches, all the talk right now in the state of Hawaii is like, oh, look at what Hilo High is doing. I don't
That's
know
awesome.
what's going on over there, but I've never seen point differentials like that in my life.
When you talk about the legacy, especially the amount of seniors, you said there are 19 seniors?
19 seniors.
19 seniors on this ball club with
That's a roughly
tremendous-
probably 40% of the team right there.
tremendous experience. They come running through, breaking through the banner, the class of 2020 seniors leading the charge. What a legacy. And they don't even understand the gravity of what they're doing for the town of Hilo, for the island of the big island of Hawaii, and for all these other kids that are looking up in the stands right now as juniors, as 8th graders,
Right.
as Pop Warner kids. Because I remember coming to these stands looking up at these varsity guys, and I was like, wow, I want to be just like that guy. So
Oh,
just
yeah.
the legacy of championship level football at Hilo High School. It's
Right.
just been unbelievable. And we just continue to reload.
Hilo High is so excited about tonight, they haven't even left the field. They literally walked to the field, walked through the crowd, and
If you're a senior,
ran through the sign and went right back on the
if
field.
you're a senior, you got all these pictures of these seniors in the infield, and it's wonderful. Thank you so much for whoever did that. And we even have seniors managers that have been here helping, doing all the dirty work in the back, doing the water and all the laundry and all this stuff for 4 years plus, and they don't get paid for any of that.
Right.
They don't want to go in the locker room. They don't want this night to end.
Right.
They're out in the stands, like you said.
Right.
They're out there.
And thank you to all the moms and parents, like Matt just said, that contributed to this amazing banners and
Look at
all
all
these
the banners
posters
on the fence,
and little things that they've done in this Wong Stadium
Got
to make
balloons
it
up.
right. You got a couple balloon pillars, and Kool-Aid White was a big part of putting all this together. I know Angel Ogata had a whole bunch of stuff she made, and thank you to all the parents that contributed and helped out over here. It was an amazing turnout, making these kids so happy and grateful that they have such great parents contributing to the betterment of their life. And we only do it because these kids train hard. These kids do the right thing. They're asked to carry the world on their backs by their coaches, by their parents, and they step up to the plate and make it happen.
Well, it's just a tremendous thing to look at because it just takes a village. It's not one athlete here, one athlete here. It's families. It's multi-tiers of friends. It's tons of volunteers, from people that are just working the field to, making adjustments to their equipment or ordering shirts or banners or just getting that spirit and that pride back at Hilo High School. It's like back in the day, everything you saw was blue and gold, and everybody came to every game, and it was
the whole town.
early, stay late.
Right?
Yeah. And it was just a tremendous thing for the community.
And K Vikes, thank you for airing this game live, because I feel like this is the step in the right direction to get everybody else involved again like they used to be. Not only here, but people abroad in Japan, in the mainland, and other islands, and to be able to see some of their family members and some of their ohana playing tonight. It's a blessing.
This
for
is not
free.
a pay-per-view.
Right.
Even though it probably could be, could make some side cash or anything like that. This is for free service off YouTube. Just follow us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that good stuff. I don't know how high tech you are, but I'm not high tech at all. But to open this up to the world, that anybody can tune in, and they record it too, so you can watch it delayed. You said you watched a couple of these games. Up 4 or 5 times. The
last time you did the broadcast, I must have watched it a few times. And
well, I appreciate you following me, man.
I had good reviews of you.
I have a good time. I know that there's a lot of kids out there that are going to benefit from just being a part of this, whether they're coming just to the game as a fan. I got 2 of my kids in the band. I got another kid, being a cheerleader. We got all these other kids just hanging out. It's a positive, safe, drug-free environment. We got good food here, entertainment. What else do you want to do on a Friday night?
Exactly.
What else do you want to do? Stay inside and watch Netflix? I don't think so, man. Come out, subscribe, follow, chat. And what else can you do on this thing?
The other 2 teams, like I was telling you, there's 5 total teams that are going to be going to the Hawaii State Tournament this year for Division I football. So it'll be 2 OIA teams which are already locked in as Moanalua and Lelehua. Baldwin is the Maui champ.
When how do they determine the seeding and who most times gets the first seed?
So the seeding is determined by your record and ranking throughout the season. So believe it or not, this past week, Hilo got ranked in the top 5 in
That's
the
what
state.
I'm thinking. We gotta get up there. We're undefeated.
It's St. Louis, Punahou, Mililani, Kahuku, and us, and then Campbell.
Wow.
They just previously we were number 6 behind Campbell, and they just bumped us up above Campbell.
Must have a loss then,
which was surprising because Campbell was seeded number 2 in the preseason.
Wow. Well,
and they still have a chance to compete for the state title in open division as well.
That's right.
So that says a lot about how the commissioners and all those guys feel about where this Hilo High Vikings program has come, gone, and will be. That's a lot of faith, because prior to that,
Right.
all the outer island teams would usually be in outside of even the top 10
Right.
statewide.
Because they say the level of competition is not
Right.
as high as Oahu, right?
Right. But as the programs have been starting to evolve and implement more of a pass-happy offense and schemes that could put up points and compete against some of those programs in Oahu, they started realizing, hey, these teams on the Big Island really aren't that far from making things happen. And like we saw 2 years ago where Hilo won against a really good Damien team.
Yep.
And Konawaena went to like 7 overtimes against Lahaina Luna.
That was an unbelievable
Right.
game. I went to
Austin
that
Ewing.
game and I was like, why did our game not begin yet?
Right.
And it was because of those overtimes,
The
man.
Konawaena legend, Austin Ewing, who was an absolute beast when he
Unbelievable.
played here, whether they're up or down, sideways, Austin Ewing found a way to bring them back
Wow.
at all times.
What an exciting game.
And whenever that kid had the ball in his hands, he was making something happen, including that state championship.
Those are the type of games you just want to give the trophy to both teams.
Right.
You know, if you go 7 overtimes, both you guys win. What an unbelievable night that was for every level.
Right.
Every game was
Yeah,
awesome.
I was watching it on TV, and I
Yeah.
was so proud of Konawaena and Hilo High.
Yeah.
They represented us so well, and that stadium was going crazy when
Yep.
Hilo High was winning. Kahuku fans
Right.
came out in droves
Yeah.
to support Hilo.
Right. Kahuku was behind Hilo High the whole way, which was super cool, man. These small towns understand these other small towns,
Right.
you know, and they're like, no, we're from a small town too, so we understand where you guys are coming from. We're gonna back you guys like that.
Yeah.
And the heart, like you talked about, heart of these kids, heart of the community, the character, you know, their care, their kokua, just it's special.
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
special place to grow up in and to raise kids in and to be around, man. I'm telling
Oh,
you,
hell
man.
yeah.
I'm very, very blessed and thankful that I got a chance to come back. And I'm very fortunate because my brother came back, my 2 sisters came back, so my whole family's back. My wife's, all her family pretty much are back. It's just it's a family affair. And then you
Right.
get to hang out with your classmates. There's all these layers of relationships, and you get to,
There's a brand new bottle. I'm portion.
oh, thank you, sir. It's just even hanging out with you. No, you know, all these layers of people that we know each other, and
Right.
it's a beautiful, special thing. And Miss Yokoi, rocking the band over here. Look at that band. Back in the day, you wouldn't be able to fill up that whole section, and the band is overflowing in that section. So
Oh, yeah.
thank you so much to the band. I always
Yeah.
tell them, if you're not gonna play, then you know, play it loud or don't play at all, man. So
Exactly.
it's not a game unless the band's there.
Come on with that Viking pride.
That's it.
This is the song right here that pumps it up, huh? And Hilo High is going to be
Receiving? Are we receiving the ball?
yeah.
We're getting the ball back?
Receiving, that's right.
That is
Konawaena
not-
got the ball last
That
time.
is not a good thing.
Up
for the
31-0, and
Wildcats.
Hilo High is going to be receiving this kickoff. That's a little scary because it may put us in a running clock situation from the get-go of the second half.
Well, I know you talked about the running clock with the 35-point lead in the JV side, and you were kind of thinking it was going to happen at the varsity level too.
Yeah.
And here
I-
comes the rain again.
I honestly thought this was going to be a slow game because of the weather.
Yeah, you would think that they would have to change it and
Right.
go on the ground a little bit. But
Right.
then when you're on the ground, that clock just keeps
Right.
running, right?
Lyle Silva is what opened up those 2 deep passes to Kilohana and Fiki.
That's
there.
right. That's right.
He was pounding it and having great success
That's right.
and bruising really the Kona and probably
Yes, he
breaking
was.
their will. And Kona kicks it off.
There's a nice little pooch kick here. It's bounced on the ground a couple times. Picked up.
Ogata got the ball, breaks it to the left, makes a little crease and still going. And
Oh,
and
the ball. Who got the ball? Is it Kona jumped on that? Looks like Kona got the ball. That is what you don't want as a Viking, and that is exactly what you want as a Wildcat. Their hands are up, they're fired up. Maybe they had a beautiful pregame or halftime speech, man.
I wonder what Brad Uemoto talked to his team about. I definitely had to do something with don't give up, come out with tenacity.
Yep.
This is, our half of football. We need to build our pride and build our resume for what we're going into next week and prepare ourselves.
You mentioned that before too, because you're playing this game knowing that you're playing this same exact team a week from now. So how does that change your mindset as far as what plays are called and what you reveal to the other team?
Oh, it definitely changes a lot. I'm sure
Right?
both of these coaches don't want to show anything at all. Ambrosio up the middle for a 2-yard gain.
You want to play each game to win. You have a half of a game to go. You play to win. You want to win 32-31.
Right.
But at the same time, when do you kind of pull it back and say, you know what, tonight's not our night? I don't know. We're definitely going to find out with this half. I think this quarter is going to be critical.
I think for Brad Uemoto, he wants to build some momentum, get some points on the board, because as of right now, between the two games, it's 74-0.
That's right, man. Your mathematical skills are crazy. I don't know how you did that so fast. You should sign up and teach math at our school. Pick. Oh, nice
that was
catch.
a nice catch.
And
Makes
a
the
move.
guy miss and ends up getting down to shoot.
That was like 1 against 5 back
Right.
there.
It looked like the ball was about to be picked.
I thought it was
He
intercepted.
jumped the route, missed the interception, and the Joseph Roback came up with that catch and took it down all the way down to the 13-yard line.
At least. That was a huge play for the Wildcats. They needed that. Keeper.
And Boo Jones keeps it up the middle, tries to cut it up to the left, and gets corralled pretty quickly for a loss of 2.
That's so difficult to do. You make 5 people miss, and you still lose yardage.
And that's what sucks about situations like this is you make 5 guys miss and still lose 2 yards. It starts to eat away at you.
Right. At normal times,
Right. And he
throw it
throws
off.
of his back foot.
Oh!
And 2 Vikings
Anybody
pop
could've
the
caught
ball out of the Konawaena wide receiver's hands, number 21
That's Joseph
again.
Roback again. Yep. They're going back to Joseph.
Who was on that defensive play? I think that was Keola Balga was the corner, and might have been Lane DiPeralta.
Yep,
or
you're right. Yep.
Kane.
Yep. Kanai, yep. Kapana.
Yeah,
he came back and
Kapana.
hit that, broke that up too. 3rd down, long, back to pass.
Boo Jones tries to slip a tackle.
He does slip
Gets
a tackle.
it left.
Slips another tackle.
Oh, lays a guy out.
Impressive. That's why they call him Boo.
Right. No, and
Because people are scared of him.
this guy has been putting up numbers on everybody except us.
Wow.
Yeah, he threw for 2 touchdowns against Mission Viejo.
That's impressive.
I
That is
think
a
we're the
cra-
only
that-
team to shut him out. Other
Wow.
than that, he's been pretty consistent.
Well, the defense is on his heels, and they have pride. They don't want to give up anything to this Wildcat offense. This is an impressive drive. Let's see if they can get some points here.
Had Kyan Miyasato not been Kyan Miyasato, Kainoa Boo Jones probably would
He
be the
keeps it.
offensive player of the year.
Oh, really? Look at that.
Wow. Where did he go? You got 4, 5, 6 Vikings running at you.
It doesn't
Make
matter.
a couple of them miss, but it don't matter because you got 3 or 4 coming after
It
that.
doesn't matter. It's like 1 against 11. 1-on-1, he dominates. 1-on-2, 1-on-3, yeah, he still gets yardage. Not against 1 against 11.
Great. And
So what? Are they going field goal?
Right. No, it's first down, Hilo High offense.
That was a 4th down play?
That was a 4th down play.
Why did they not throw that ball?
I know.
There was 4th and like 6 or 7. They just maybe didn't have a chance to throw it.
It looks like
wow, that was
Coach
huge.
Kael Germundo has Konawaena's by the
That
tail
was
tonight.
huge.
They have those Wildcats by the tail tonight. The cat caught his tongue.
Jeez, man.
And look at that, just driving
Silva.
up the middle. Can't even touch him.
I'm not grasping the fact that they gave up that opportunity to not score something.
Right,
Why didn't they just kick the field goal?
right. It's
Don't you want some points? Don't you
Yeah.
want to change that
build
donut
the
over there?
morale, right? 74-0. You think
74-0.
some points on the board would have made a big difference or boost to their morale. And I guarantee you that's what Brad Uemoto's going for right now. He needs to get some points on the board going into next week.
Something. But what do we know, right?
That motion left, little screen pass to Fiki
That's a nice
Aguiar.
catch.
Looks to
With
try
some
and make the
blockers.
corner. Getting down the sideline, getting about 15 yards. Lays the defender out before he steps out of bounds.
You know it's a bad sign when you can't even read your number
Right.
and your back is full of mud because you just got ran over.
That must mean you've been
Caden
getting run
Baptista.
over quite a bit if
Hey.
your back is
That is
all
not a
brown,
good,
huh?
yeah, that is not a good sign. But he made the tackle. He got Fiki out of bounds. That's the main thing. But here we go. They're marching again, coming towards the midfield
Now
area.
you got trip straight. Single back formation with Hilo. Kyan Miyasato handoffs up the middle. Going for another 7-8 yards. I mean, what can the Konawaena Wildcats do to stop Lyle?
Can you
I
come up
don't
with
know.
like
We
three
got to come up
nicknames
with
for
a
him?
nickname for him because he's
3 nicknames. at
Lyle
least.
the Incredible Silva, maybe,
Something.
right?
Some type of.
Lyle Mr. Incredible Silva.
He is Mr. Incredible. Just put that S on his chest like Superman.
Right.
Because he's playing both ways
Right.
at a high level. He's going to get the ball again. He's leaning forward already. Here he goes.
Oh,
Bam.
look at that.
Bam.
Guys are trying to take him, and he's just shaking him and almost got away and got some more yards, but he got dropped for probably a 1-yard loss.
You know,
But he got hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Lyle's the kind of kid that loves that contact.
Right.
You should see him in the wrestling on the mat. He's a physical specimen, man, and he likes that physical contact.
Right.
And he doesn't dodge much. He's like, I'm going to take this right down your throat.
You got trips right with a single back formation. Lyle Silva next to Kyan Miyasato. Dropping back. Kyan throws the ball down the middle.
Nice.
Completes it to who other than Elijah Apau.
Apau.
Elijah Apau getting work on both sides of the ball tonight. Kaimi Tiaganko, had an injury a couple games ago, and Elijah Apau and Kainalu Lewis and a handful of other kids have been stepping up. Chesley Martinez, Don Moody have been playing some slot and some receiver in their place and doing beautifully tonight. Elijah
Next man
Apau
up.
with his third reception.
Next man up. That's all it is. Next man up. You're pretty much gonna be calling number 7 pretty soon because it's gonna be his turn. Silva up the gut again. These Konawaena Wildcats are not just pushing him down. They're
Right.
trying to hurt him.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
trying to say, hey, you know what? You need to go on the sidelines for a little bit. They're bringing it hard on him. But what does Lyle Silva do? Just get back up, line up again.
These Wildcats ain't pushovers. I can
Look
tell
at
you
that.
there's a lot of jaw jacking right now on the field. Alex Muti, he's an intimidating fella.
Hey, man. I was down at the locker room. I heard those Wildcats. Look at that. Here we go. Silva again. Something's got to give, but it's not going to be Lyle Silva tonight. I'm telling you that much,
Right.
man. He is the hammer.
Oh, yeah.
They are the nail. Like, he is just
If
hammering
he is
them.
not the D1 first team running back, I don't know what to say.
But
do
he
not
didn't
know
even
what to
start
say.
this year, right?
He did not
was
even
playing
play
something
running
else.
back until maybe the 5th or 6th game.
I was like, why are you running the ball? Because all I knew of him as a linebacker.
Right.
But he runs the ball well, too. What can't he do? Nice move, Miyasato. What a...
Oh, that's a late hit right there. He
slid
definitely got hit when he was already had slid down, and the kid had dipped his shoulder into him. But it is what it is. And
You saw Ogata, he's like, hey, that's my quarterback, man.
Right.
What's going on?
Right.
You gonna protect my boy?
Yeah.
I need passes thrown to me, man. Let's keep this guy healthy.
Yeah, Kyan Miyasato definitely needs to keep himself out of harm's way, because I can tell you right now, there ain't nobody in this island that can compare to Kyan and what he's been doing and what he means for this team. And he throws it to Kilohana Hasrider. Comes up with the touchdown.
Flag. It doesn't matter. So he gets his speed from his mom. He gets his hands from you.
I would say his arm talent. He used to be a quarterback.
He can catch the ball too. He can catch the ball. He can run. He's got
probably
moves.
gets that from his uncle Kana.
Wow, you are too humble, man. You're just not gonna take any credit for this, man.
He gets his looks from me, we can say.
There you go. Maybe that's why he's gonna be
That's
a model
the best
or something.
part.
There you go. There you go.
But his grandpa would argue that one with me, so I'm sure the grandpa gets that one too.
Was that his second or third touchdown tonight? I
that
lost
was,
track.
I believe, his third.
Wow. It's almost automatic to throw that in the corner. But like you said before, you can just, there's so many weapons out there. They can just pick and choose all night.
And that's what it is. It's really the diversity that this team has, and it's pick your poison. And I can tell you right now, Chris Todd was a little nervous going into this year with as many weapons as he had. He's even talking to me and my wife like, I do not know how I'm going to get all these talented kids the ball, but we're going to find a way.
How do you satisfy all of these
players? And that's
players?
why we're in the position we're in. You know, we have the stats right here with our team. Hilo High School is blowing it out of the books in the States. Right now, Fiki Aguiar has 9 touchdowns, not including tonight. Kaimi Tiaganko, 8 touchdowns. Kilohana, 7 touchdowns, not including tonight. Gaisen Ogata, 5 touchdowns. Lyle Silva, 7 touchdowns. Don Moody, 5 touchdowns. Chesley Martinez, 5 touchdowns. And there's other guys like Elijah Pau and Ricky Mamone that have 4 or 5 touchdowns that aren't even listed there. The point differential is 600 something to 27.
Unbelievable.
The top defensive in the state, the top offense in the state. It's remarkable. I don't even know what to say. It's kind of mind-blowing and boggling because I don't think there's ever been a team that has whooped Konawaena like they have last game and this game now.
And everybody else on this island, right? Oh! Who's on the tackle? Mr. Silva.
Konawaena and Hilo, or Kealakehe and Hilo, have always been a tough game. It's usually a close game, 4-quarter game. Comes down to even the last drive sometimes. To see it 38-0, I'm like, who are we playing out there? Is this this ain't Konawaena?
Right.
But that's, I think, how talented this Hilo High team is that they're even making a good Konawaena team look like they're not that good.
You hit it on the head too, man. It's not that these other teams they don't have good programs, you know. Oh, wide open. Oh!
And a pick.
I thought he was gonna grab that. But there we are, playing center field, back for the pick.
Man, this kid, Kapana Kanai Kane.
Wow.
He
good for him, man.
Has been nothing but spectacular.
Good for him.
I don't even think anybody ever has
off the radar
completed a ball. I mean, he's so off the radar because they have so many talented seniors. That this defense he's going to be one of the guys that runs this defense next year. And I haven't even really mentioned Kanan White.
And
yet. He's Kalen the Great White for a reason. Stay out of his way because he will eat you alive.
Oh yeah.
You know. He will take you down and devour you. And he's not the biggest, most imposing guy, but he hits like he's 300 pounds.
I would like to say that he started this whole defense of tenacity, of just throwing your body around and the high intensity and knocking guys over and then picking them up and saying, you know, patting them on the back. You know, like he's such a great leader.
He's such a great kid.
Great young guy.
The boys look up to him. He sets the tone.
And he was getting that respect as a freshman, as a sophomore, right? Because he was like, I know
he was knocking guys.
Can you share with the audience about the Viking and the number 6 and the 66 and all? You know more about that than I do. They give a reward.
The coaches have felt like that particular number was reserved for, I guess, someone who embodied or
Viking
was
spirit.
a true Viking spirit in
Yeah.
heart, in mind, in everything that they could want out of a leader and someone that represented the school and the team.
Yep.
And typically every week they choose a kid, and you know, a lot of these kids have that in them to be that particular role model. And I know Elijah Paul, Kaimi Tiaganko, guys like Caden
Yep.
White, Kilohana Hassenritter have, and a tremendous amount of other kids all have embodied that particular Viking spirit. And these coaches and these kids are having such a blast this year, playing together, playing for each other. It's not about any one person. It's about
Yep.
the team and
Yep.
the goal and the overall vision of this team going and accomplishing things beyond what we can see just in front of us.
I
Right.
think you're right, man. This is, I mean, it's every year is a special group. This group is at a whole nother level.
It's a legendary class. I
Telling you.
truly believe. And we're in a four-back formation, looks like back there.
Like a bunch. Everybody's
Buffalo,
kinda
they
coming
call
in.
this.
The heavies.
Yeah. Elephant package, the Alabama would call it, but I believe the coaches call this their Buffalo, and this is one of their change of pace playbook that they put in, just in case, you know, it's rainy or they're not having success in the air and they need to change something up or run the clock out.
That's
like
the
in this
thing, man.
case.
Like you said, man, you gotta run these type of plays because you never know who you're gonna play. You never know what type
Right.
of situation that's gonna bring this out in the tournament.
Right.
You gotta prepare for that.
Or
you know?
just like when we were at preseason, Kayan Miyasato didn't play because he had bruised his hip or something, and he didn't play a game, and we needed to go through things like this because he was the bread and butter when it comes down to our
Yep.
passing game.
You don't even have him in the game. It's Aguiar back there.
Right.
Fiki with the snap. They're just doing like a wildcat, straight
Oh,
snap.
yeah, look at that run. Wow.
Watch out, man. We got a flag. Face mask.
Unreal.
Caden White say. Caden White is on offense.
Kalen White is one of their lead blockers, and not a lot of people know this, but Kalen White is a tremendous ball carrier too. And Pop Warner, he took a lot of
It's-
balls to the house, and he was a very punishing running back because he loves to hit.
I mean, you know, you look at Lau Silva, you look at Caden White. I mean, these guys, like, it's like the same mold. Same
Yeah.
stature, same leadership ability, same tenacity, same strength, same
Right.
power, same leadership, right?
I don't
mean,
know
it's
if you
like
knew this, but they call Lyle Baby White,
that's a
and they kind of
tremendous,
they have similar frames, like you said.
that's a tremendous.
So to be
compliment,
honest with you,
know,
Lyle will be Kalen White next year.
and then they'll bring up another guy
Yeah.
after another guy.
Because Kalen White clearly is the you know
The heart and soul, man.
the heart and
I
soul
think
of that
he is.
particular defense. He
I think
kind
he
of
is.
you know tells everybody where to go,
Look at
make
him.
sure they're
yeah,
aligned correctly.
He's causing traffic over there. He's saying go here, go there.
And then now Hilo's coming out in this Buffalo package and this breaking Konawaena's will at this point.
Look who's in the backfield. Silva. You got Fiki back there, and you got Kalen White.
And who's the other guy?
Look at that,
Couldn't
moving
see
that
his
pile,
number.
man.
You got Kalen.
That's incredible. I thought that was Kainoa Lewis, maybe number
Oh
11.
yeah, 11. Kainalu Lewis. Yeah.
Kainoa Lewis.
And Kainalu
He's a big
Lewis.
boy too.
I mean, you know, Kilohana played Pop Warner with a lot of these kids, and it's the same thing.
Yep.
It's the same thing. These kids all were versatile.
Yep.
DBs, linebackers,
Yep,
running
yep.
backs, receivers. And that's why it's not a surprise to me that Coach Kael and Coach Chris Todd have used them this much in different positions because these kids have been
They can.
groomed and trained a lot of times by Kilohana's grandpa, Maurice Silva, or Coach Dave Murray, who was some of their Pop Warner coaches, or Coach Sergio Mamone, who's a staple in Panaeva, whose son is Ricky Mamone, who we'll probably be seeing here in the fourth quarter running our offense.
Well, I don't know what to say as far as anybody who lines up across the Vikings, but it doesn't seem promising for anybody that's on
Right.
the other side of the
Right.
ball because it's 38-0. It's the fourth quarter. It's a running clock. I say we just go home. Let's call it a night. Let's do it again the next weekend.
Right. Well, I can tell you this clock is going to run out mighty quickly, so that's pretty much what's going to happen. Because once the running clock starts, it literally runs away from us.
Especially if you can't score
Yeah.
in 2 games. If you can't score, it doesn't matter how much you give up. I mean, if you can't offensively, if you cannot score,
That's disheartening.
you know, even
It's
your defense
disheartening.
can't score. Your
Yeah.
special teams can't. Nobody can score.
Right.
You'll
Right.
never win.
Right.
It's very disheartening. And you got to play these guys again? Well, you know, like you mentioned it before too. You know Konawaena. I know Konawaena playing against him. And they're fired up. They're going to be fired up next week.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
probably going to play harder. They're probably going to have some wrinkles. Maybe they might have some mixed plays. Maybe they might do some changes of formations or moving players around and try something different. But
Right.
you know they're not going to not show up.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know they're not going to feel like, we can't win.
Right.
And like you said, that game is for everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
You win that game, you
If
go
they
in.
win that game,
You're in a-
regardless of what the score is, they go to
You're in the
states.
tournament.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun game to watch.
Hilo High up the middle. Looks like they're still in their Buffalo formation, just trying to grind it now with Lyle Silva up the middle. They got Ogata, Lyle Silva. Oh, they got Ricky Mamone in the game. Ricky Mamone has been a breath of fresh air. Look for this kid to be a staple on the varsity. He's a freshman, people.
With Ricky Mamone out there, the thing that got me, that messed me up, was his number.
Right.
I'm thinking 40.
He's like a
For a
linebacker or DN. or
He's
what
not a
the-
linebacker, man.
Yeah,
That he should change his
nickel or-
number.
Right.
Because it's very, very
Deceiving,
deceiving.
right?
It is. It is. Look at him. Look at how he's built, too.
Oh, yeah. He's solid. This kid is solid.
And he's a freshman.
Yeah.
You know he's going to keep it. He doesn't like
Oh,
giving
yeah.
that ball up.
Oh, yeah. And look at that.
That's
Punches it in. Punches it in.
Now I'm going to have to hear it in my class when Moody comes to my class and says, Mr. Masuyama, did you see my touchdown?
Oh, Moody. You have Moody in class.
I got him. You know what this kid is unbelievable.
He's a good
Unbelievable.
kid. I like Moody.
He's humble. He's a team-oriented kid. You know, when I played at Hilo High School a long time ago, I had Japanese last name and I was a fair-skinned kid. And there's not too, like, you know how many fair-skinned Japanese
Right,
guys on your
right.
team back in the day.
Right.
Because mostly it's Hawaiians, it's brown-skinned guys, right? So to come to transfer in and to make friends and to he's also an unbelievable swimmer.
Nice.
Unbelievable
Moody.
swimmer.
Oh, wow.
He's a gifted athlete. That boy could probably play baseball, basketball, whatever.
Wow.
And it's just so nice to see kids. It's really nice to see the local kids thrive at Hilo, from Hilo,
Right.
you know, homegrown, raised like. But it's unbelievable to see these kids transfer in.
Right.
And I told them, I said, don't worry about fitting in. You
Right.
have a heart of gold, man.
Right.
And all these kids, man, they come in, they transfer in, and they love Hilo High.
Right.
And they make friends, and
And he's
they're
from
accepted.
Alaska, I think. Yeah?
Alaska.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alaska, Hawaii,
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very different.
Right.
So it's promising to see what athletics can do to bring in all these
Right.
young kids.
It almost kind of bridges the knowns and the unknowns, right?
It does. It does.
You step onto the football field, like someone like him who steps onto Hilo High campus, you instantly become a part
Yeah.
of
That's right.
the economy or
That's it.
society
That's
in
it.
school, right?
That's it. You're accepted.
He went
You
from
know?
being not having a single friend to having half the school as his friend now.
Family,
Right.
you know. And that's the cool thing about Hilo High. It's so diverse. You have every ethnic background
Every
represented.
economical,
Even though socioeconomical,
right.
yes, yeah. You got the rich people and the maybe not less unfortunate, but everybody's together and
Right.
everybody just finds the common denominator, which is this is Hilo High, this is our school, this is home. You know.
I like Moody because whenever he gets the ball, he always tries to take it to the house. He
Amen.
tries so hard.
Yep. I want these guys to put some points on the board.
Konawaena, wow, the guy who's slipping
Nice
some
run.
tackles ends up getting all the way to the 30
Number 3.
or the 22-yard line. Number 3 from Konawaena.
He doesn't-
Jesse Conda. Jesse Conda has been a big play type of player for Konawaena.
What's his size out there?
Conda he's not a huge imposing guy. 5'7", 145 senior.
Yeah,
But
senior.
he's definitely been a staple of their offense for the last couple years and has always put up very good numbers.
Well, like you said before, man, Konawaena is not going to go away. They're going to fight and scrap all the way. And this is the kid that I like to see. He got met quick, though. What a hit. Is that Kalen White? Kalen White came up with the hit.
Wow.
But I like that kid, Riley Sato, man. I like how he runs, man.
Right.
Riley Sato, man. He's picking out big chunks of mud out of his face mask thanks to Mr. Great White.
Right.
Like the shark.
The shark. Great White. Dude.
Kalen White's in the swim class, too. He swims like a shark, too, man. Yup. Jaws.
Everybody knows that. You guys got to put that on when he comes out and makes a hit like
We
that.
should play that. Jaws.
The theme song.
But, you know, Charles, oh, look at this huge running back, number 27. This boy is a big boy. Maui Ellis Noah, 5'9", 220 pounds of beef. Woo! Look at him. Look at him. That is a large running back, man.
When Kalen White got an offer from Pacific University in Oregon,
Yeah,
Jordan
Oregon.
Loeffler. I think we
Awesome.
mentioned that during the JV game.
Awesome.
And I know there's a bunch more schools talking to him and a bunch
Why
of
would-
other kids on this team
Why,
as
why
well.
would you not want that boy to come to your program? You know what I mean?
Well, I think
Outside of his athletic ability, you know,
Right.
he's just a great
well,
kid.
great kid.
You know?
Great kid, good family support.
Yeah.
The mom was one of the people leading the way here.
I
putting
played
all of this
football against
together.
his father back in the day.
Oh, no age. You
Yeah.
and Thomas are same age.
Thomas White, same
wow.
age as me. Yep. That's how I got to know Kalen when he was in my class. I said, hey, I think I know your father. Play football with him.
Awesome.
It is awesome. That's the beauty. That's why I wanted to come
I
home.
believe
the beauty of a small
Kalen is
town,
going to
you know?
get, and a handful of these kids that are graduating this year are going to
Yep.
get some offers.
And you know what? You know what? And we're talking about this tournament, right? We mentioned it many times before, and that's when these bright lights come on. That's when they get this more notarized. They get
Right.
more
Well,
more scouts,
I think what they question a lot of times and why they doubt the talent here is because they feel like the caliber of play that they're playing against
Yeah.
isn't as high.
right.
So
It's just like the NCAA, right? Oh, here's a returning ball right here.
oh wow,
This is dangerous. Out in
Wow.
the open. Apal. He might take it
Powell's
back. You never
shaking
know.
and baking, going
Still
through
going.
the tacklers, gets tripped up. Man, this kid, very impressive. Always looking to take it all the way.
Here we go.
And,
Field position again.
You know, even when he doesn't take it, it looks like he is, and he
Right.
gets tackled by the last guy, or tripped up, barely tripped up.
The thing with Elijah is he makes it look so easy.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's running.
Sprinting.
Yeah.
He's like, looks like
Yep.
he's just jogging
Yep.
and finding the holes and looking for the next place to run.
Yep. I can't wait to see these guys on turf though.
Oh,
At the stadium.
that is going to be the show to watch.
That's gonna be
what I'm
beautiful
excited
to see,
about.
man.
And unfortunately, that we'll only have that one opportunity on the state championship game. If
That
we
is
get
true.
there.
That is true. Well, if there's any team that should get there, and I hope they get there, is this team, man. Because, like you said before, man, just the hard work, the character,
Oh yeah.
the pedigree, you know.
Ricky Mamone with the handoff to Don Moody up the middle. Moody gets stopped after a no gain.
Are you surprised that Ricky Mamone has not kept the ball or has actually given it? Maybe he's being coached to say, hey, you know what? Don't keep the ball.
Right.
Give the ball away. Because the last game that I commented on, he was like, no, I'm not giving this ball away. I'm keeping it. I know I'm a freshman, but it doesn't matter. I'm taking it to the house every single time.
Right. Yeah.
Looks like Moody's in the back.
I think it's
backfield.
based purely off the read,
Yeah.
off the end, what the end's doing.
Let's see if he can get that ball. Just jump on it. Oh, he
Look,
picks
and
it
he
up.
picks it up, and he's trying to gain some yards, but gets tackled by number. What number
It's
was
hard.
that?
It's muddy. Is that 81?
I know. I barely can see the 23. I think that was Muti. That might be
23?
Muti's
Yep.
first.
Alex Muti.
That's his first tackle of the game. Seemed like. The BYU commit, Alex Muti with the tackle. That was a cute tackle.
You know, I know the season's not over. There's more games to be played, and you look at all these faces in the infield and the 19 seniors, and you get a little emotional. These guys are playing their last few games, but
Right.
at the same time, you get so excited because all these other players are so young. They're so
right.
young, you know.
Right. Number 22 with the big hit.
Come on, Moody.
The ball is tossed pretty much directly to where the defender was angled, and Hezekiah Ambrosio came up with a big hit, took Moody out at his thighs and stopped him right there in his tracks.
And you mentioned that on Konawaena side, they have a lot of freshmen that are huge contributors on
Right.
the varsity team. So promising on both sides of the ball.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, we're punting. Sila, you watch
Oh,
out.
wow.
Masila, nice punt to the corner. Runs out of bounds.
that
That's
was a
how you
nice
want to do
punt,
it, man.
yeah.
You want to pin them inside the 10. 45-0, 4 minutes left. We love running clocks over here. Running clocks are a good thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much been the name of the game for us this year, is running clocks during halftime. And
Now, if you're the coach, do you pull your starters out at this point?
yeah, I believe you definitely want to start getting some
You know?
other guys, and then
Like
also
Lyle Silva,
right.
well,
the
like
game
these
tends
Caden
to get
Whites,
chippy at the
you know?
end too, so keeping them safe.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I figured they got
Is important.
Miyasato out already, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And you never know, man. It's so slippery and muddy out here.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a late hit, I believe. Out of bounds.
And I do believe
That is a flag.
Caden's still in the game.
He's still in there.
But part of it
The
is
shark.
they just don't have enough guys to really
Oh,
have two sets of starters, or first team, second team.
Yeah.
So, and they end up keeping in guys like Kalen, probably mainly to keep some sort of continuity there, because he's really
and
the
leadership.
coach on
That's right. That's right.
on the field, yeah, for them.
That's right. But it looks like we got some new Vikings on the field. They're bright and shiny gold uniforms instead of guys like Mr. Silva over there.
Right.
I don't know who's going to wash that uniform tonight,
Yeah.
but
I don't even think he's on our team anymore. That ain't no gold uniform. That's a brown uniform right there.
Melelani right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Brown and yellow. There you go.
Oh,
Come
Boo
back
Jones
and
tries
sling
to
it.
air it out deep to the right side, and the DB Keola Balga looks to have made the pass break up, along with Kanala Lewis was in the area. Mana Price.
That's Caden Baptista, number 10, trying to make that catch from Konawaena. Still fighting and scrapping, man. Still battling. You gotta like that.
And this is the same exact thing as last game. Konawaena didn't give up. They just
Yep.
couldn't get the ball in the end zone.
Yep.
This game, I must say, they did get closer. They were, I believe,
They were
in
close.
the red zone 3 times. They just couldn't punch it in.
Well, they're throwing it. Nice
Oh,
grab and a turn,
that's gonna
and
be
he's
a
gone.
touchdown.
They gave up the 0. They got a touchdown.
And that's what Konawaena needed.
They needed that. Same guy.
Better hope there's no flags on the field, but
Caden Baptista.
it would be really disheartening if any of those refs threw the flag,
man.
considering the score 45-7 or 6 now.
Konawaena High School. Touchdown.
That was a nice catch and throw. Congratulations, Konawaena.
Yes. That is huge.
That's huge. That they're going to be able to take into the locker room. Hopefully they can get some sort of momentum, some sort of confidence, squeeze
Something.
it out of that 6-7 points
Something.
they just got, and hopefully be able to accumulate it and save it for next week.
And you hope that the defense doesn't take that personal and
Right.
say, you know what? These guys are the only guys that scored a touchdown on us all year.
Right.
So
Right.
we need to bring it and practice harder this past week. This next week coming up.
Yeah.
45-7, 2:34 left on the clock.
And that's primarily how teams have scored against us, if they did, was some of those broken plays, some of those, it's consistent drives does not work against us. Kael Germundo throws way too many, different looks and schemes at you to be able to consistently drive it down the field. No one has really had much success other than having those, one play, two play
Yep.
type of situations like they just did right there.
Well, at least these Wildcats can say, you know what, we battled hard, we're muddy, we're bloody. We tried our best, we got a score. Like you said, that's very promising.
Right.
To go all these quarters with nothing
Right.
and to come back with a nice touchdown there, nice move there. But I like the quarterback play, man. I like the quarterback play. This kid, Boo Jones, man, he's the real deal. Do you say he's going to get some offers, or is he a multi-sport athlete as well?
I believe Boo Jones plays baseball.
Wow, he's probably a pitcher of some sort, because he can throw that ball, man. He looked good. They kick it off deep. I thought they were going to onside that thing. This is dangerous. Always dangerous when these return guys get the ball.
Was
Ogata.
Elijah Apao?
Apao?
Or was it Ogata? They both kind of
I
came
know.
up and out of the same pile.
They, like you said before, man, it's like these guys are clones,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You look on the right side, and you look at the left side, just a different number.
Right.
Same athlete, same ability. There's no weaknesses, you
Right.
know?
No,
It's
and
like, no, we
honestly,
better not throw to that side. No, it's the same if you throw on
right.
either side.
Ogata is a really, really good cover corner too.
Awesome, man.
To me, he's one of the better lateral quickness guys that we have in this league.
Yeah.
And that's
But wasn't he known as a receiver? Wasn't
He's
he
known as
an
a
offensive
receiver,
slot? Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal,
But-
man.
When he does play corner, he can lock guys down like no other. And the thing with him is he's not a huge guy, but he's very feisty.
Yep. Scrappy. Yep. Fiki in the backfield again. Straight direct snap.
Put a rush up the middle. Fiki Aguiar pushing the line forward.
Yep. A lot of seniors to recognize tonight, boy. This is going to be a long night for these seniors. You know, they're not going to want to take off these uniforms,
Yeah.
man. Well, you must be going through some mixed emotions as well, because your son is a senior as well. So he's going to go down through that whole graduation
Yeah.
and
Well,
leaving
he's-
home and
He's me and my wife's only kid,
wow.
and we had him when we were 17.
Wow.
Kids having kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So it's
Wow.
crazy to think, sitting here at 35, my son's graduating high school
Yeah.
tomorrow, or
Yep,
you know,
this
this
year,
year.
man. Just the other day, right? You're carrying him?
yeah.
Look at
that's what it
Fiki,
feels
man.
like. Yeah,
Fiki's a
Fiki.
scrappy guy,
he's
too,
a really,
man.
really good runner. In
He
fact,
plays quarterback too, because I remember him on the
last
JV
year,
team.
last year
too.
he played. I think Kyan was injured or something, and they had to play
Bring him
Fiki
in.
at quarterback. And he ended up scoring 2 touchdowns, I believe, against Campbell last year at the preseason.
Looks like they're subbing out some seniors. I see some hugs given. Oh no, they're bringing in the seniors. Something's going on. Oh, they're gonna do the victory. This is every offensive player's best play right here. Celebrating.
Yeah, definitely a lot of mixed feelings about this senior class. We've been following these kids for
Long time.
many, many years, and we're very proud of them, and they've done so many tremendous things, and we're incredibly fortunate that they're all willing to take the time, train, and get better, and that's why you see what you see right now. Hilo High with the victory, 45-7 with the time running off the clock. What a incredible game by Hilo High, and showing their dominance on both sides of the field again. I mean, what is that like this upcoming week when you guys go back to the field? What do the kids come back? They must be ear to ear smiles coming away with a victory like this, coming back to school.
You know these particular players, they haven't accomplished anything. That's how humble they come. They come back to school. They're not all that. They don't think that they have special treatment. They come back, they work hard, and they're looking forward to the next opportunity to showcase their talents. and stick together as one team. They have more to do. They have more to prove. I think they're getting ready for this huge, tremendous stage
Right.
next week, and whoever comes to they're gonna come to town to play their first game here, correct?
Right.
And then if they win here, then they go to the stadium.
Yeah. So we'll probably, if we beat Konawaena next week,
Then someone
weeks after that,
or they
we'll play either Moanalua or Lelekua at Long Stadium.
Well, this has been a tremendous opportunity for me. Thank you, Charles. You're the man. It's been a
You're
pleasure.
the man, bro.
Your
Pleasure
son
to meet
is a
you.
beast.
Thank you.
It's nice to finally meet you. We got all these coaches over here. Look at the class, the respect. They're gonna basically say, "I'll see you next week." 45-7. Same place, same time, same channel.
Same channel.
If you missed it, catch us live. We want to just thank everybody here that made tonight possible. We got the band, we got the family, we got the friends, we got the cheerleaders, JROTC, all the fans. We got Konawaena still here, Hilo High still here. I think they're probably going to have a ceremony of some sort.
Yeah.
You need to probably go down there and give some lays to your son.
Give
or
some
something.
lays,
Take
kiss
some
some of those
pictures.
kids, hug them.
You didn't shave your face
Love
tonight.
'em. Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's strike against you right there. But, hey, thank you so much for everybody to make this happen, especially our K-Vikes crew. Please, again, follow us, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube at Hilo High School. Charles, I'm going to give you you're the man of the hour because this is your son and he totally dominated
Thank you,
tonight.
my friend.
You're the man. Have a great night, everybody.
Aloha, everyone.
Until next
Happy to
time.
be here. It was an exciting game and look forward to seeing you fans again. Thank you.
Take care.